Hey everybody, and welcome back to CEO 2022. We are in the fantastic sunny Daytona Beach this weekend, and we've got even more fighting game action. Tell us what we're about to watch, about to witness, Brad.
We got Street Fighter V, top 48. What a top 48 it is.
Oh, yeah.
Some amazing names already deep in this bracket. Some in positions that maybe we would not have expected, given some of the recent tournament performance of the last year. A couple of, maybe not fair to say, upsets.
Yeah.
You know, because even talking to some people, but that the one upset comes to mind.
Which one?
In one of the pool stages, Docta Afrikan making it
That's
through.
right.
In
Docta
winners over
Afrikan
Mono.
made it over
You knew
Mono.
where I was vamping to, because that's
the match.
That's one of the more interesting ones. Docta Afrikan out in the winner's side against Jay Wong. And the very top of this wave, but we've got Shine and Louis Man making it through as well.
DR, all right.
Yeah, MenaRD and danslip.
Ooh, that's a good one right there, danslip. I like seeing that name again. It's been a while.
Name. Yeah, Brian F. and SMUG.
Ooh, with the greatest of ease?
That's a first round match too.
God!
Some absolute killer matches here. iDom and Dorigas. Punk and KUDO. Another match, I feel like,
that could go.
Did they bump into each other immediately after pools at Combo Breaker as well?
I think they did. I think they did.
If they didn't, then there was probably an upset beforehand because that was the trajectory up front. And see it again.
I'm liking these pools right now.
This is crazy. That's just the winner's side.
Yeah.
Because Mono down in the loser's side.
Yeah.
DR Mandrake and Just Pokey down in the loser's side. That Masher made it through in loser's side opposite.
That Masher or that Masher? Which one?
That Masher.
Oh, got it. The one over there? All right,
that
cool.
Masher.
Oh, me. I made it in? Dang, I got to get up, guys. I got top 48 to play.
They're calling you. They're calling your match right now.
My bad. How insulting. You called me that Masher. Looking forward to that player, that Masher. The player in tournament.
Yeah, some other upsets and losers too. Just a Kid in losers.
Who knocked Just a Kid to losers?
Itachislegacy sent Just a Kid down to losers.
The Akatsuki is against him, man.
The Akatsuki.
That's actually OD.
Just a Kid rolled through with the tail beast. Ripped that
hey,
right
he
out.
took him right out. He says, they give me that Bijou power, baby.
Yeah, we're ready for it.
Wow.
KUDO also down in losers.
Oh, and we have Stupendous in losers that we're going to have as well. Oh, wait, no, that actually just happened. I think losers won.
Yeah, that was, I believe that was the last match of the previous block.
Did we get Stupendous? Who won? Was it Stu?
I believe Stupendous, as I looked through to make sure, because some of these, I do have the bracket pulled up, but some of these are obviously being updated in real time.
I know, we use paper in tournaments, pen and
Stupendous
paper.
is through. It's Stupendous.
Wow.
Opposite Southern Florida's Laz, who also made it through.
Wow, all right. So that's gonna be a home crowd favorite match that we have coming up right now. And God, a match to start it off with is something we're talking about. One of I'd say the premier Codys in the scene right now, Endemic Shine.
Yeah.
Versus Louis Man.
Yeah, I think and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I caught the tail end of Louis Man's match to qualify. I believe they were a Dalsim player.
Ooh, wow. All right. Yeah. Louis Man typically, I believe, is a Dalsim player. I've seen him play a couple times before.
Yeah. And to call Shine, Shine, absolutely one of the premier Codys.
Yes.
But Shine also has, we've seen the Ibuki from time to time. I don't think Ibuki is the pick in the state of the game right now.
Not right now, no.
But we've also seen that Shine has pulled out the Jury on occasion. And I think if Shine is trying to pick up a secondary, Jury is a great character to revisit the current spot that the game is in right now.
Yeah, so good, especially with the performances that we've been able to see from Just a Kid when he's been playing the Jury. Back-to-back 3-2 comebacks at that CPT qualifier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who does that?
Not many people.
Yeah, just a man is what had happened. Yeah. Graduated that day.
That was the bat mitzvah.
That's right.
That's what it was.
Had the little yarmulke.
Yeah, so
everything. Did he memorize all his words that he had?
He probably did.
That's hard.
He recited the combos.
That's recited the combo scripture.
It's in numpad notation.
It's in numpad notation. You're reading not even binary. You're just going through the numbers trying to read them. There's no spacing.
It's not hexadecimal. It's
exactly.
Octal.
My God, that's actually terrifying.
Why would you put it in octal? It's how they did it.
Not sure.
Yeah. So Shine and Louis Man, and one wonders who is the character that Shine picks.
I would tend to see the Cody, especially with the performance he's been able to put in so far. We've also seen strong performances with other Codys across the world. Momochi most recently.
Yeah, of course.
Never bet against Momochi. That's my rule.
Sure. Now here's an interesting thing.
Yes.
Because we're talking about Cody, and I know that Cody is getting a lot of conversation about oh wow, Cody's really good right now, really good right now. But I feel like there's an undercurrent that conversation happens, and then I see people be like, hey, how much are you saying this because of Momochi?
A lot of it, I mean, yeah, Momochi is also a proponent, but I believed in Cody like from watching Shine play for the longest time, just because of that recent win from Momochi. Like I see the strength in the character. You get so much off of so little. V-trigger activation is fantastic. You always have to be watching for bingo. You know, Boxer has tap and Cody's got bingo.
Of course. Yeah, it's crazy. I know pre-patch, you know, between watching Shine on some East Coast online tournaments, or you know, I play with Bunch, who has played Cody for a long time and keeps trying to convert people over to Cody. And it's like, no, you guys don't know. Even there were a lot of I mean, Shine and Bunch and an assortment of other people were all also, you know, champions of the knife before the patch dropped.
Exactly,
too.
And it got the juice afterwards. So like,
it did.
My tool got better. You're telling me I got the Hattori Hanzo knife blade in my hand.
And what do you need from me? Oh, nothing. I just picked the.
You
character?
Just give it to me for free?
Are you sure?
And I have sway. Like, I can just...
And I'm the mayor?
And I'm the mayor? Things are looking up for Cody.
You expunged my criminal record?
That's amazing.
Give this man a suit.
Give this man everything he needs.
Give this man a suit, a standing medium kick, and a knife.
A standing medium kick and a knife.
Look at that standing
He got out
medium
of the penitentiary, and they're like, here you go. Here's a leg that you get to use. Knock down those doors, buddy. Just kick them right down.
Would that we could all be so fortunate.
I know. Fantastic. And yeah, guys, we are getting into our match pretty soon. We are just waiting for the players to arrive right now. Shine, obviously, in Guilty Gear as well.
Sure.
Yeah, as well as Street Fighter. So not sure about Louis Man, though, but lots of tournaments to be had here at CEO and lots of games to be played. So most likely going to be getting into a button check here. Yeah, I believe that Shine, I would expect him to go to Cody and then Cody versus Dawson. I actually haven't been able to see a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, when I don't already know off the top of my head what a matchup's going to look like, you start to evaluate, like, what are the tools that the two characters have, and how are they going to mash up with one another, right? So, you know, Cody obviously has that really strong standing medium kick that people are really starting to pay a lot of attention to.
Yeah.
He's got the strength of the zonk, you know, to really get in and try to generate some plus frames.
Yep.
But depending on what V skill it is that Louis Man picks, you know, if you're going to start to represent the float, that adds verticality into the equation that Cody doesn't have as easy a job dealing with.
True, yeah, he's not able to deal with those angles very efficiently.
Yeah,
so it's going to be quite the challenge. I want to see how Louis Man utilizes that.
Well, we do see right there, as you can see on your screens, the players are sitting down and loading in. Endemic Shine versus Louis Man to open up what I expect is going to be a really great top 48.
This is a great way. The great way to open up top 48 because this is a high quality match. This is like a top 8 qualifier match that you could potentially see, even a top 8 match in and of itself, and we get it right here. That's just how fierce the competition is. I know normally I'd say it's a pool of sharks, but we're in Florida, so it's a pool of gators. Fighting it out right now. You don't want to mess with a gator.
No, you don't. Did you see that video that was going on Reddit of the dude fighting the gator with a skillet?
Unless you have a cast iron, you cannot fight the gator.
I never leave home without mine.
Did you know that in order to graduate high school from Florida, you have to wrestle a gator to the death?
True?
And that's how you graduate. That's and there's actually a mod for Tekken. Did you know that when Kazumi shoots her tiger, instead it's a gator? Dude, gator uppercut, go crazy.
See, that you've told me one truth and one lie, and I'm not totally sure which is the lie. But I know I apparently wouldn't graduate high school in Florida.
That's actually hilarious. What's not hilarious, though, is this match that's coming up right now, I believe. Oh, he's actually going Ibuki Zangief? There's no...
No, that's Stupendous was on the setup last.
That's right.
That's
right. Okay.
Stupendous
I was going to be like, we were on the other side of the earth with our opinion there, with what we were thinking. Can you imagine we're talking about Dawson the entire time? Fix the antithesis.
Exactly. You could not be more polarizing.
I can't believe that I was wrong, and I'm not going to own up to it, because we're going to own up to this match starting right now. Getting into it. Shine versus Louis Man. The first match at Top 48. Thank you all for joining us as we're getting loaded in Ibuki versus Dawson.
And the Ibuki off rip, we undervalued the Ibuki in the first place, but I know Shine still likes to go to this character every now and again. Another character where once he has that resource, he can use that EX kunai as a way to get in. One thing that we'll have to see is I know Shine likes to make some really hard calls on throw tech with the kunai release.
Yeah, so this is the correct Louis Man. Louis Man DR, as you can see from the flag right there, versus Shine. And Dawson already putting in the work. When watching his play in the CPT, that's where I remember it from. This Dawson was so dominant, and now having to deal with the dominant pressure, and that's so good. Yes.
And it's a play that I feel like Shine goes for that type of a hard call out with the full kunai release a lot. And I feel like I'm always criticizing it because it ends up in situations exactly like this, so Shine gets caught up by the sniper, where you release all of those resources on the hard call out, and if you're wrong, you're left completely with nothing. You need to reset back to neutral and try to get kunai back, and no one is going to give you the opportunity to do that. Finding the jump in there is Shine, to now start this round going for themselves again.
Yeah, and after that knockdown situation, we didn't get to see Shine really represent any options. Finally gets the kunais back right here. And Louis, man, with such great checks, but yep, sometimes you just got to show the disrespect. Good check on the Gale. Wow.
That's an interesting choice. Neutral jump roundhouse at that range, using the V reversal to get around the V trigger activation, still losing a little bit of gray life, but I like Shine fishing with that back strong to try to find the anti-air on the teleport.
Ooh, what a check on the drill right there. Big extension and the side switch, cross under. Can't escape a crossing fate. Shine getting the round up on the board here too. Good resources, but critical art available on the side of Louis, man. We gotta look out for that.
Yeah. Oh wow, the kunai actually trading with the extended limb there of Dalsum on the side of Louis, man. But Shine slowly walking forward, trying to weather the storm of these limbs.
Yeah, whether the storm of limbs, that's probably like a heavy metal band.
I bet it is. If it's not, it will be now.
Yeah, and heavy offensive coming from the side of Louis, man, but fighting back. Shine with the great Ibuki challenges. Good block on the V reversal. It's still my turn. And the dash check. You're not allowed.
Right, trying to inch their way forward and earn this space. Are we going to see a cross-up teleport? Yes, you are. You have to know that it's coming, and Shine absolutely knows the cross-up teleport is coming.
Ooh,
a big jump in.
Yeah, huge whip on the side of Louis, man, and now you're going to take the pressure. Any hit confirm into critical art. If you get hit by this mix-up, it comes back. Good block, and again, V reversal.
That's huge. Both V stocks gone. Louis, man, very likely not going to get V trigger now, so that gray life that's on Shine's health bar right now is the only stuff to worry about. Really spending those resources. We have one more kunai and one more EX bar. Air-to-air situation. How far are we going to extend this? Another kunai. We got the plus frames. Pressing the issue forward. Louis, man, with the Braves crouching jab, finds the crush counter.
And now, getting locked down, jump to this other side, not able to get the full confirm. Any touch will kill. Louis, man, if he gets anything, it's a free confirm. Ooh. Ooh, and the slide! The rawest of slides takes the risk, and it pays off. First game going over to Shine. That's a nail, but that's how we start. That's how we start.
That is indeed a nail biter, and you can see Shine's choices firing on all cylinders, even in that spot there, going for that roundhouse anti-air in expectation of a limb coming out from Louis, man. But Louis, man, letting loose that float normal just a little bit spaced differently than how Shine had anticipated. That round could have gone either person's way at any point down at the wire there, and that's just game one of the first set of top 48.
And game two is getting off to a hot start. Not taking the throw. Louis, man, not following the early rules of Street Fighter. Big counter hit challenge on the Dalsum, and party begins. But slide activate, burn, baby, burn. It's hot and humid in Florida, and we're trying to break out. Gray health is building, but totally okay with the flame carpet because now there is a heavily established lead for Shine.
That anti-air ends up huge by way of all of that gray life that came in from the V-trigger. And Louis, man, oh, okay. Shine is consistently jab checking in these misspaced dive kicks. The late cross-up connects. Are we going to have enough damage to close it out? Yes, we are. And one more thing I want to highlight, Shine opening up that tick throw game. You called out the party starter. There was a lot of V reversal represented from Louis, man, in that last game. Shine going for tick jab into regular throw is obviously adjusting the structure of the offense around the defensive decisions Louis, man, is making.
And that's what you have to do at this level, because a biggest part of fighting games is how you realize your opponent is cycling their defensive options, and that's a key to Street Fighter V success. And, Shine definitely has the key, trying to end Louis Man VR's run. And the winner's side, and that jump in is a great way to start. V-trigger will be activated shortly, but turn still on back from the side of Louis Man. Ooh!
Nice crush counter following up. We got some damage
there
activation. What's the mix-up going to be?
Oh! Cross up! But he looked like it was going to be same side. Stun into the victory. Louis, man, is going to have to go check out the Docta. No, the drop!
We needed a standing reset. There was too much damage, but Louis, man, plays for the slide activation. Everyone knows that that is what a Dalsum wants to do. I have the trigger, especially I'm in the corner. Slide is even more valued in the corner because you can use it to reposition. If somebody goes to the air to try to do something cheeky, you're going to reposition and get out. But the neutral jump from Shine, I know I'm standing in the magic spot. I know you've got all the resources. I know this is your path to victory. That sucks for you.
Yeah, everything was already written out, and Shine had the script. Easy to direct himself straight further in the winner's side. Yeah. Obviously, he's going to have to win one more in order to get that top 8 placement. Yeah. So very close, but you still got work to do. And we've got more work to do as well as we get into our next match. It's going to be Bandits MenaRD, previous Capcom Cup champion, one of the best in the business, versus danslip. And you better not slip up, Mena.
Yeah, so we saw danslip playing a little bit earlier, was representing the Cami.
Oh, yeah.
I think they qualified in over CJ Truth in that previous wave. I caught the
I love seeing those names pop up in bracket again.
Right?
I love seeing that.
Yeah.
Because this game, I believe, it is the best edition of Street Fighter V that we have ever had.
Oh, absolutely.
And we have ever had.
Absolutely.
Even with Luke. Hot take. Even with Luke, still
no,
the best
what?
version.
That's valid. And I think, I know that launch Luke rubbed some people the wrong way. I think where he's at now, is he strong? Absolutely.
Yes, but characters should be strong. Characters should be strong in fighting games. I believe that.
There are worse outlier characters in titles that are being played right now than Luke by a wide margin. And speaking of Luke, I know Mena has a Luke, but the only match that I've seen of Mena's played this weekend, he represented the Sakura, which I was surprised to see. One, because Mena had been representing Luke so commonly.
Yeah.
I know Mena has a Sakura, but two, a lot of Sakura players are not playing her as much in this patch.
Yeah, I mean, you see the change, obviously, from a very potent Sakura player. From my side of the world, you have ChrisGC, who still has the Sakura in the pocket, made so many waves on the West Coast with that, getting second in, like, the CBT qualifier.
Right.
But not playing Sakura, playing Seth and Luke.
Yeah, I'll flip you an analog. Space Boy up on the East Coast side.
Yep.
You tune into an East Coast tournament, you've seen Space Boy, one of my absolute favorite Sakuras, but not representing the Sakura virtually ever now on the Luke. We do see Mena is hovering over the Luke in this matchup, though.
I really like that as well because, you know, Cammy, everybody's got a scammy Cammy, but danslip, one of the best
You're
in
gonna
the
get fired
biz.
for that one.
Huh?
You're gonna get fired.
I'm gonna get fired
from
for that
across
one?
the pond.
From across the pond? Not like that, brother. But, nah, I believe that this Cammy is the genuine article, official business right here, and it is official business on both sides. You know, pick the top tier is what we're seeing. Both of these very strong characters. I think Luke does have the edge in this matchup. With how fast the Sandblaster is, it is so hard to deal with this Cammy.
Sure, but that medium punch Sandblaster nerf, I imagine, helps a little bit.
Yeah. It definitely mitigates the pain. Cuts the edge off, you know?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is going to come down to how easily, if at all, does danslip get into that range 0 and start to run the game, one. And two, how good of a read on Mena's DPs
exactly.
is danslip going to get to?
Yeah, it's when are you going to let it rip, you have to make sure that you are committing at the right pockets. But Mena, again, still so strong, utilizing the forward momentum from that medium punch. And this is party time. I am so happy to be the American hero in the corner right now. What a check! The walk back shimmy. Hendricks quickly getting the lead in this first game. My goodness.
With no bar, I don't think we're going to get the kill here. No, we aren't. It's one more guess per game. We find the throw on the meaty. Mena opening up the round with a perfect.
That's pretty wild. That is one hell of a way to start the second game.
But that's a Luke round, right?
Yeah.
You spoke to that forward momentum. You see how passively danslip is playing. I think that was a
definitely a misinput on the dive kick. Would have been able to connect and cross cut, cross and right under. You cannot do this. And again, the medium kick checks, put them all together. Wow. Really? That's how you feel?
There's the back throw from danslip. Ooh! And danslip,
that's done.
Already making something. No, just barely not. And respected the wake-up pressure, or the wake-up DP from Mena enough that Mena actually got to hit buttons and go in for that trigger activation. And that's going to be a big problem. Into the knockdown, a DP representation from danslip this time.
Yeah, no critical art available now, so it's going to be taking more than just a medium kick. Oof, confirm. Oh, Hooligan into the side. Oh my god, is it enough? It is! Cannon spike!
Had to burn everything that he had in order to close out that round, but you absolutely need to do that.
Got to spend that cash on the first date. You never know if we get another opportunity. Right now, the third date is going swell for both sides. Health is full for danslip. MenaRD not bleeding as much as well, but you know, each check is going. And I love using the Sandblaster as like an extra normal there with even more. It's the whip! The spacing was not enough, but not a big term. And the follow-up afterwards is what really counted.
All right, I like keeping this corner position. We're not seeing a lot of huge follow-ups on these pokes, but I like that danslip is not dissuaded and is continuing to just pester MenaRD. The right hit follow-up here should be the stun. Oh, representing that V skill. Mena doesn't get a whole lot for it, just gets trigger activation. Surrendering a fair bit of space here is danslip. Actually, Mena gets away with a V-skill score for free.
Yeah, and I think the biggest part of this was the screen real estate piece, getting out of the corner. What a side switch. That's actually clean as hell. Still has full view trigger. Gonna go ahead and lock it down. Yep, that is a perfect V reversal. Get out as soon as that comes. Don't want to take any more plus frames. Again, you have to look for the hit confirm. Luke can kill from this stage. Oh my god, and the drop because he was in a jump animation. Quick first game. Actually, no, that was a grueling first game. danslip taking it though.
I think one thing to point out is that a lot of these low forwards from danslip, we're not seeing a whole lot coming out after him.
Yeah, we're not seeing the hit confirms.
Yeah, and that's something that if danslip tightens up, that's going to cause big problems for Mena, because Mena is obviously already representing that low forward buffer that we saw in round 2 there, working out great. Is this us going back to character select?
I think we're going back to character select. We might get the switch that you were talking about. Maybe it's taking an extra second, you know, wants to keep moving on in winners. The expectations is that Mena has a very strong performance, and we're going to Birdie. El Clásico, pick your costume. Pick your outfit. That's what I like to see. Mena, you earned that, going on the classic costume right here. But as you can see, Mena going back to comfort. This is like supreme comfort pick.
It is, but I feel like Birdie has never been the same character that they were than when Mena won.
No. After that, they look at what they did to my boy.
Look at what they did.
Look what they did to him. And let's see what he's able to do to danslip in this second game right here with the birdie. Right. And wow, again, you really feel like that, danslip. You're a madman.
It's working out great. Ooh, the meaty working out. Oh no, we're a little bit too far away. Birdie a little bit too wide. Oh no.
Remember that I said he was a madman? Double cannons. If he did it a third time, I was going to lose my mind. And this is definitely a change up in the matchup, but I feel like a lot of it is that.
Okay, danslip.
That's how you feel. That's how you feel,
activation, but just clipped by the crouching jab from Mena. And so much of that round, I feel like it's less Birdie and more that at the same time as the switch, it feels like Mena has tuned in to danslip. Ooh, as I say that, anti-air flip tech into the command grab, big crush counter. Danslip is getting caught playing fast and loose in a way that you cannot beat.
Yeah, not against Mena, and not against Mena will you get another game, especially against the Birdie. Yeah, critical are confirmed will kill here. After the bullhorn, very good stuff. Perfect. Mena showing that there's a reason that he's got a costume for this character.
That's the second perfect of this set, too. danslip really needs to clutch up there. And I don't know if it's, you know, matchup unfamiliarity, if it's just that the change in the pace was so drastic from the Luke to the Birdie that it's just causing problems that danslip is sort of taking a little bit to acclimate to. And there's no deliberation. We are going right into game 3.
Absolutely love that we're getting into this game 3 right here. Good check.
I like that danslip is trying to play a little bit more active, trying to use that sitting medium kick. Ooh, V-shift that time, but no follow-up soon enough after.
Yeah, nice backdash as well on the throw. Not afraid. The slide does not connect. And now, EX, give me the plus frames. Ooh.
Really swung after, but
yeah, that's a scary challenge. Ooh. What a check on the dive kick, too.
Mena has actually been really good. The interactions around danslip's dive kicks have been very interesting.
Yeah, and right now, easy punish. Going for the hard read. Nice. Every anti-air. No jumping allowed. These are my skies.
That's rough. I mean, oh, God. Yeah, you called out all of these anti-airs. danslip is not doing enough to represent the dive kick as a legitimate threat and to give Mena pause. And danslip's ground game is also losing out. We're seeing a lot of this space slowly surrendered. Mena is really controlling the pace of this game altogether.
Oh, man. No. And yeah, the pace of the game is slipping from Dan. Oh, my goodness. Yep, EX Bullhorn. Everything is just coming up. Mena. Couple more touches. You can't escape the. It's so good, the button. Look at the reach. Oh my God.
What a spacing trap. Wake up buttons from danslip again. Goes for something of a standing reset. We get the side swap. That works out decently enough. Oh my God, your anti-air whip.
No. One more touch will do it, and all Mena has to do is fish for a trade. The crouching jab and the jump jab are just too much, and the wall that is Birdie eliminates Cammy. danslip, you know, had a chance, got a game on the board, but Mena figured it out, and that is the sign of the toppest of top players.
Yeah, and to be able to do that with, you called it the comfort pick, but once again, Birdie is just not in the place that he has historically been in this game. But so much of that from Mena was he makes the character switch, and overwhelmingly it was crouching jab, intelligently placed crush counters at the roundhouse, and great anti-airs. And that was virtually the whole game from Mena, diluted down to, and I guess we'll say EX Bullhead. But it was more or less 4 moves. And that was all that it took to dismantle danslip's approach.
It's true. Also, it got to a point where on Oki situations, it became a, I'm going to V-shift once, and then I have to respect your command throw, and then Mena just started stealing his turn. He literally was like, oh, you're going to try to run every time? Cool. I'm just going to keep you under pressure now. Did not go for it after the V-shift was represented. And I just love that play from the side of Mena. And I love the play from both of these players that are coming up on the stream right here. 2 of the best content creators. The two best, I would say, Street Fighter content creators out there. SMUG makes some of the funniest videos I've ever seen. And then Brian F. showing us everything from Ultra Street Fighter 4 bombos to interacting with an even larger community.
Yeah, I mean,
so good.
CLG's own. Gotta put some respect on that.
That's right. Such a huge pickup for them, too. I mean, we have CLG representation in Dragon Ball, too, but he's normally a League of Legends content creator, and he comes in and he got 9th place in Dragon Ball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so CLG representing really strong here at CEO. Always fantastic to see, especially the crossover of those worlds.
Yeah, so I mean, looking into this matchup, right, it's another one of those ones where, and this is so common among the highest level Street Fighter players now,
yeah.
They all play multiple characters.
So it's like, where are we going at blind pick? That's the real question.
Where are we going? Because they both have Boxer.
They both have, yeah, and SMUG has G. Obviously,
I feel like G is usually the pick for SMUG lately.
Yeah. And I mean, when I was talking to Brian on the way here, we were on the shuttle, and we were waiting for the shuttle, he was telling me that, yes, Boxer is stronger, but he has so much more fun playing Oro. And, like, having fun is a huge part of competition. Even if you think, oh, it's absolutely serious, pick the best character, no ifs, ands, or buts. If they're top one, they're top one. If you enjoy playing a character that's still strong, I mean, if you enjoy playing a bottom tier character and you make it work, then you're a different breed and the same beast. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, and there's something to be said that Oro did get some love with the patch as well.
Yeah.
You know, they put that sort of vacuum effect on the MK legs.
Yep.
That, you know, helps open up a little bit more for him. And obviously it's a character that Brian has been championing since they
Yep. Ooh, all right.
Right.
Boxer versus Oro is what we're going to be seeing here. I like this decision from SMUG. I feel like Boxer is definitely in a better place than G right now, and his normals really give Oro a hard time. Yeah, He's got them long limbs.
Yeah, I can believe that, and just the explosive pace of his horizontal, you know, threat generation.
Oh yeah,
is like, it's very hard. You know, with Oro, you either see, you know, that traditional RPS in the face, a lot of the utilization of like standing medium kick or that vortex effect, or you see that sometimes people will play that fireball style game and use the V skill with the orb and, you know, set up the lockdown trap. And I feel like, especially with the V skill one that we see represented here from SMUG, that makes it that much harder to deal with because he does have options.
Yep. All right, and SMUG immediately winning the first neutral interaction. Our feet are glued to the floor here. What a whip punish. Nice call out. And again, the check. You're not allowed to move forward. Back throw. This is where the party begins for Oro. And we almost had V-trigger as well. So, oh, God, not like this.
That was meaty again. Goes for jab that time. SMUG is demonstrating that he is completely willing to take the throw. How long will this go?
Yeah, and I mean, that's a skill that you need to develop in Street Fighter because if you take that full combo, you are going to explode. And Brian F's, you know, close to exploding this matchup, but the Tengu Stones have been activated. V reversal to escape, and now it's connected. Oh, he has critical. You're actually dead.
You're dead.
My God, you make one mistake and the cash out takes you out in the first round. Dang.
This character has some crazy stuff in V-trigger. It's something that I feel like a lot of this game got away from in like the Season 2, Season 2.5 time period. But Oro is still a character that it's like, oh, I got the hit with trigger.
You die.
Might just be deleted.
Yeah. And,
I'm going to hit you with a 4-bar combo.
It's kind of messed up. And right now, nothing messed up about this situation. Never mind. Oro is starting to activate the meatiest of me's one more time.
Okay. Doing a great job here is Brian of slowing down SMUG's counter poking. We throw out the orb as the starter here. Are we going to be able to kill?
Oh,
yes, we will.
Swap back to the cameraman knew. They were ready. That was with the quickness. Thank you, production. Thank you, Mothership.
Yeah, that first round seemed like it was data for Brian.
Yep.
There's definitely
on data FGC, they're gathering data?
Yeah, they're gathering data. It's all endemic.
That's impressive.
It's all endemic.
Yep, it just flows through you. When you plug
vertical integration.
When you plug your stick into the controller, you just start getting the download file.
Yeah.
I really hope they have good internet or a hotspot plan. That's rough.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we're gonna see right here because the download definitely needs to be coming from the side of SMUG because Brian felt like he had all the answers every time on offense. SMUG didn't find a way out. Just continued to take the throw, and as soon as the throw stopped coming, he was getting smoked. So.
Being willing to take the throw is fine, especially, I mean, in general, that's sort of de facto the rule, and I like that Brian really tests that 3-4 times
Are you gonna play proper Street Fighter today? That's the question he asked.
I think the thing is, you know, that first round was really going fine for SMUG. That footsie game was working out great. Something switched when Brian found the starter with that throw game in round 1. And then going into round 2, it's like Brian was like, oh wait, I play this character. I know where he hits what button, and just started exposing SMUG. I mean, look at that. Counter hit off rip.
Oh, what a whip punish right there, too. That was really clean from SMUG now, forcing him into the corner. Looks like the opposite of what was happening the other game, but it all began off of a back throw before from Brian, so if we're able to get that same situation, it might turn out that way. Oh, nice check once again on the walk forward, but yeah, trying to slide in. V-shift with the punish. Knockdown is going to be potent. Text throw, that was risky.
SMUG is playing from such a different range. SMUG is backing off and using more of rush punch as a poke, but that back throw with the trigger on deck.
Oh, no.
Right back into the throw game.
Oh, no.
I see 2. Where's 3?
Waited that time. Tengu's come in. Tries to go for the mix-up. You block that cross. You're nasty. If you can't get hit
Look
here.
at that. Plus frames, plus frames.
You can't get hit here. You're dead. Oh, no,
no, you're not. No confirm. Activation, just churn?
Oh, yeah.
No, why didn't you?
Could have just churned,
If you just churned.
Could have made that butter so sweet, so savory, but no butter to be had.
Oh, the dash not checked. SMUG late on the check. In fact, Brian pushing this all the way back to this PT side corner.
Ooh, and again, every deck on the dashes right now. Very good stuff from Brian. Now, finally, SMUG getting some pressure right back after stealing that round from the depths of despair last time. This is the most important part of that V reversal was the screen positioning. He got even closer to the corner. Oh. Oh no.
All right. Oh, SMUG has found the same solution. Copied off the you can copy my answers, just don't make it obvious.
Yeah, copy my homework. But again, full meter, everything is available for Brian. Activate Tengu Stone's Raw. Ooh. You thought you were gonna press buttons? Hold this, tap, 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 you're out. God, all right, evening it up. SMUG told him that he needed high download speed, and he was able to get the files he needed in time.
Yeah, the difference there for SMUG was so much more reliance on that rush punch, trying to play outside of that range, not have to contend with that crouching strong out of aura, and just be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna bully you. I'm gonna bully you from all the way over here.
And that's exactly what happened. And it was that false sense of security that looked like SMUG was running away, but he had that tap charge. He was ready to rumble, go right back in. And that's a great footsies game as we get into this final game between Brian and SMUG. Either of these players can take this.
That felt like a late DP out of Brian, too.
Yeah. Oh, nice. The check right there. Not able to get a full confirm, but any bit of damage counts. Rush punch comes right back in. Ooh, we're playing at that dangerous zone right now.
They really are. Oh, I love the low checks coming out from Brian. Still trying to represent that low forward a little bit.
Oh, there's a big confirm right now with the V trigger activated. Pressure City. But the challenge, again, Brian is fearless right now.
Great tech after the dash in a spot where I feel like historically we've been seeing Brian actually checking these dashes. There's the crouch jab, there's the activation. Are we going to try to go for a cross-up at any point?
I mean, a big part of it is the chip damage. He cannot escape. Oh. This might actually be a chip kill. You're kidding me. Wow!
Checkmate!
As soon as I saw that, I was like, he activated V-trigger. He can't get out. That was so clean. Bro, I saw that from 40%, and I was like, oh, he's dead.
Sent him down to the mines of Moria.
That's right, man. All right, we're not getting out of there.
Nice low forward check there from Brian. But SMUG still placing these pokes really well. We're back into that spot where SMUG is starting to open up the buttons besides just the dash straight, and he's alternating between them to keep Brian on his toes. Still at the back, but so many of these rounds have swung back for Brian after, like you said earlier, that critical back throw.
Oh my God. Tengu Stones gets activated, not able to activate during the V reversal right there, but has an opportunity. Boogie Woogie is set up. Nice, full screen.
But the Tengu's more or less nullified here. SMUG disengaging so thoroughly to remove that threat from the table. Nice throw tech from Brian where you were in a spot where you could have died. These low checks working, but the check on the dash, SMUG doesn't finish the plate.
Any hit will finish the plate though because of that gray health right now, but same side for Brian F. Maybe fishing for that low forward into the critical art. That's all it's gonna take right now. But the quick jab checks, 4 in a row. Shout outs to the number 4. And we are headed for our final game, final round. Right here between Brian and SMUG. Is Oro gonna be the master of the mountains, or is SMUG gonna make it happen with a boxer? Oh, and the boxer is fighting dirty. Big crush counter. You cannot afford to take anything else. Big confirm. Look at this.
The big side switch. We're still playing for the throw game, but critically there, Brian now knows that if he leaves a little bit of room, SMUG is gonna counter poke.
Yep. And again, playing so close, so dangerously. Any mistake from the side of Oro right now.
Big down.
Still jabbing, but no, not enough. Oh, and the punish on the throw. The spacing was immaculate. The patience from the side of SMUG, and SMUG turns that around. It looked like Brian was in control in the beginning, but great adaptation from SMUG, showing why he is one of the premier players as well. Brian's gonna have to fight it out in the losers.
Yeah, what a tough pull. Either one of these players to make a deal. I mean, we keep saying so many of these matches could very easily be like a top 16, top 8 match. That is just the quality and density of competition that we now have in Street Fighter V.
And that's so exciting to see too, because nothing's an upset.
No,
like, you're just happy to watch some good. You're happy to watch good Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So like great Street Fighter is always fantastic to watch. And we have even more great Street Fighter coming up too, because next we have another Bandits representative, Hermes. Obviously, he has a very he played Cammy the last time I was watching him. So
I've also seen the Luke.
Yeah, the Luke and the Cammy. So I mean, switching over to Luke is always a great option that is available. And the one that knocked out Just a Kid with the Infinite Tsukiyomi, the Sharingan was activated. TLT Itachislegacy.
Yeah,
that is one hell of a name.
It is. I'm gonna be really curious to see this one. I say it every now and again. I have been a believer in Hermes Venatori for a while.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're a couple tournaments deep of these, offline representations where I keep expecting
more
of a fantastic performance, and we just get a good one.
Yep.
Maybe even a great one, but I keep expecting to see like where's the deep.
You're looking for the breakout.
I am, and I feel like maybe this could be it, right? Winner's side of top 48.
Hey, it's definitely possible, but this is the Dominican Republic team kill. All right, you got to take out your own countrymen. That's unfortunate, but
hey,
if you're both that good, then can't be upset.
Once you're out of pools, anything goes.
Anything goes. That's my rule too. As long as you don't have to fight your training partner out of pools, like sucks to suck. You gotta beat each other eventually. I lost to my roommate that I'm rooming with this weekend.
That's gonna make when you guys.
Nah, we slept like a baby.
Oh,
we
sure.
we were knocked out. It was fine.
Oh, well, there you go.
We made up. But you won't find him this weekend.
Oh.
No.
Because he's celebrating beating
you.
Yeah,
he's celebrating. Sure. Yeah, he's celebrating. Yeah.
He went off
he went off the grid.
He went off and spent your money.
Exactly. He sure did. He sure did spend my money. That's my entry fee, and I need it now.
Hey, it could have been worse. You could drive down. Make the long trek, and then lose to the person in the car with you.
Did that happen to you?
No, thank God it didn't.
That sounds awful.
But that would have been awkward.
That sucks.
No.
I've had that happen.
I believe it.
You ever drive your training partner to your local? And then you have to drive them back after they whooped your ass.
You want to know the worst one?
Tell me.
This is the worst losing at a tournament story have ever had.
Yeah.
It was way back in the day. It was a team tournament.
Yes.
At a local up in my area.
All right.
For Marvel.
Got it.
I entered with my 2 regular training partners. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a team tournament. It was a regular tournament. That's what makes this so sad. Is each of us in series
eliminated each other?
No, lost and loser side to one person. We got team killed in a regular tournament. That
actually, that's the most cursed run that a team could ever have. And we don't have any cursed runs to watch right now because this is the winner's side once again for those of you just joining us here on CEO Gaming. Bandits, Hermes, Venatori versus TLT, Itachislegacy, 2 Dominican Republic players that we are going to be seeing on the screen right now. And it might be Luke. I'm not sure exactly who Itachi plays, but it must have been pretty good against Jury.
Yeah, I actually am also drawing a blank off the top of my head. Unfortunately, we will find out soon enough, I am sure, as they are loading in to character select right now.
Yep. We're going to get right into that action. Do not trust what you initially see on the screen.
No, I mean, the reality is anything that's happening right now could just be part of the Infinite Tsukiyomi.
You're right. We've already been hypnotized. The winner of the tournament is already Itachislegacy. We're just along for the ride.
Right. 72 hours of Street Fighter V began yesterday. But it's only been a minute.
Oh, no. Kage versus Blanca? Ayo? What? This is not a matchup I thought I was gonna see.
Until they start really playing, I am not completely convinced this is what we're gonna watch.
I believe it. Do it for me. Do it for Jake. Give me this matchup. This cursed matchup right here.
This is your birthday gift? You're like, hey.
Nah, my birthday's in September.
Well, it came early.
Nah, no. Don't tell me that. I'm getting old. No matter what the camera says. Whatever it looks like.
I don't know what to tell you. The cameras don't add years.
Nah, what do they add? Characters?
They do.
They add characters? That's what you were going to say? Yep. That's pretty impressive. And we got our characters on the screen right here. Hopefully, these are the characters we're going to be seeing because this matchup is quite the fun one. It's Blanca Balls versus Stubby Normals. Can you DP? Can you hit the pinata up into the sky? That's
right,
what I asked.
You're probably not equipped as Kage with those stubby limbs.
Oh, no
with
chance.
anything to do after you block a Blanca Ball.
Yeah, you can't even catch him.
There's this hard delineation between, like, do you have an answer when you block Blanca Ball or don't you?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're playing footsies right now. This is definitely a real game as we get into it. Once again, Bandit Hermes versus Itachislegacy, starting it up with the throw on Kage. But once his character gets in, he benefited heavily from the patch. He's got
Kage?
some, oh yeah, he's got some sauce.
Itachislegacy slowly surrendering space. Representing that air fireball now is Hermes Venatori. Wants to cover that space up ahead. Itachislegacy playing so passive. Has he hit a button? That's the first one. Low forward activation.
Actually, you're completely right. I haven't seen him press a button before that, and now the tide has changed.
Ooh.
Yeah, blocking that. Hold this heavy punish. Full jump in. My God. 60% just about. And the throw tech. You're a brave man, Hermes.
The reversal coming out after the up ball gets blocked. And Itachislegacy still playing pretty passive. The up back as the air-to-air choice. It's kind of sitting on this life lead. Hermes Venatori with 1 bar in the tank here, but probably not going to get access to trigger meaningfully unless we get like a back throw or something. Okay, EX Blanca ball, trying to push forward.
Ooh, and yeah, it's not a back throw, but the jab into Blanca ball is going to get the V-trigger. This is where the tides can change and immediately catches him out. This extension is so sick. One more touch, guess. I say throw.
Oh, you were 1 degree removed from right. Another activation coming up from Itachislegacy.
Oh my God!
Around at the speed of sound.
He's got places to go, and it's further in winners. That's what he's trying to do right now. What a wonderful activation, my God. Oh my God. Slide, not enough.
Nice walk back out of the throw. Looking pretty similar to that previous round there from Itachislegacy. Up ball, managed to get out of the corner, but in the scramble subsequently, Hermes Venatori actually finds that back throw. Just pressure looking real tough. Slide from Itachislegacy, trying to press the issue, and there's the activation.
Slide into activate. We saw so much get done with the activate last time. He actually got 2 activates in that round.
He did. I like that Itachislegacy, it seems like the game plan is play pretty passive, activate as soon as you can, and then hope that you get a second activation.
I mean, hey, it's a great thing. Whiffs throw in neutral. And now Itachi is playing so incredibly patient. Finally uses it. Oh my God. Up. That was so ambiguous. Oh, and he got the, he's trying to get it up. Why are you letting him just get away with it?
He can't keep getting away with it.
Yeah.
Oh, the dash forward catches with the low check, but we don't get a whole lot out of it.
Oh my God, he is getting charged up.
Yeah, I think Hermes Venatori is demonstrating perhaps a lack of familiarity here. Maybe not ready to try to challenge.
Ooh! Ready to challenge the jump. Wow, what a V-trigger utilization. Ooh, and you cannot, these are my skies. You said, oh, my man's unfamiliar, had the sickest reaction, the sickest punish.
Yeah, I feel like if Itachislegacy keeps trying to play so actively for those stores, right? As Kage, your fireball isn't going full screen necessarily.
Yeah.
So how easily do you send something out and generate threat on the screen? I feel like maybe at the very least, you know, at least try to dash forward and take in the space that Itachislegacy is affording you. Oh, the double jump was a little bit aggressive. Itachislegacy finding that anti-air.
Yeah, oh, nice. Tried to delay the jump in with the dive kick. Didn't get anything to connect. And again, the cancels on the V-skill are so clean. Again, you can't jump in on him.
Yeah, I like it's fitting into this passive nature that Itachislegacy is playing for. You can just start to churn it, and if you're allowed to get the store, great. If not, you're not committed.
Yeah, all right, good block. Right there, EX ball to escape the corner. That's the escape button. Ooh! The ground pound, yep.
A little too far away. I'm not completely sure if that ended up punish. No anti-air.
Okay, let's see here. Full V-trigger available on both sides. There it is, the activation. Any mistake you made, anything is going to get whip punished. Try to go for that again. Walk forward into the V-trigger, but did not connect. And we're back to full screen, trying to burn out as much time as possible so we don't get another usage. This is pussies right here.
This really is. There's so much posturing at absolute full screen, which is kind of the crazy thing.
Oh,
connect
no,
over
the drop.
It ended up a corpse top. It's fine.
Yeah.
They're both PR players, but that was an American reset. All right, playing much more actively.
There's only 14 seconds, and that was such a good answer to the fireball.
That's
huge damage.
Huge.
The timer's the most important part. He can just run. He's already been playing passive for the rest of this round.
Block all these red fireballs. It doesn't matter. Hermes Venatori needs to overextend. 2 seconds left on the clock, and it's like he doesn't know. You needed to go in.
Yeah, I mean, it was die by your own blade or try to finish it off, and not able to get through that full screen push, and, you know, going to a timer. Sometimes that's the best thing. You know, the best offense is a great defense. That's the other way around, but that's how we won today on the side of Blanca. So very good stuff, and now we're going to be going into game 2. you know, how do you break this wall right now? That's what you have to do. How do you scale the wall? How do you shut it down? Look, just sitting there. That was
menacingly.
Yeah, like, what are you going to do? I'm blocking. You never seen me play before? No,
Itachislegacy is like, there's no buttons. There's no. I mean, I feel like Hermes Venatori needs to open up a throw game because even a lot of these frame traps, Itachislegacy is just walking back.
Yep. Yeah, running away excellently, and again, getting the ground pound. These charges are so potent, and the V-trigger is almost already available. Like, such great utilization, and I love that delay with the dive kick. Not really able to get much off of the V-trigger activation, and the shimmy. Oh, this is huge. Go to the corner. It is time out. All right, you've been a bad boy, Kage.
If this is the game plan for Itachislegacy, just to play for trigger, then what's happening is every single time Itachislegacy gets triggered, as long as he has dealt more damage than it took for him to get the V-trigger,
then he feels good about it. Yeah, he's winning. Definitely is going to have another opportunity to get it and has one more charge. Oh, okay. Got to go fast. Ooh! Gets another almost full charge again. Let's see. Yep, dive kick. Nice jab on the recovery.
All of those dive kicks have been checked by the jab.
Yep.
33 seconds left on the clock.
Ooh, rainbow ball. Big read from the rainbow. Yeah, and gets the charge one more time. He's going to be looking for the V-trigger on a whiff here. Trying to lock him down.
The walk back, tried to open up the throw game, but you weren't quite close enough to the corner. Spends the bar, just gets out of the corner.
Is he going to time him out again?
Of course, why not?
He's just not able to get in. Finally, the throw game begins. Critical art is available. V-trigger does not connect, but now trying to chip away at the life lead. The V-ship does get checked. It's going to be so close. 4 seconds left. The EXTP is going to burn out enough time. How do you get this? Just run. Time out in the other direction. The strategy does not pay off for Itachislegacy, and Hermes kind of seals that away at the end with the throw game.
Needed to do it, finally representing the EX regular Blanca ball, trying to bull those through the neutral a little bit. We're seeing a little bit more regular buttons here represented as well that we hadn't necessarily seen coming out from Itachislegacy. Hermes Venatori keeps going into the air and getting clipped by the up ball, trying to keep Itachislegacy pinned down in the corner, and it is not working.
Yeah, not able to get much mileage off of it at all. Covers from the throw quickly, gets a quick jab check, but now V-trigger is activated. This is where the party begins once again. Full meter, full resources. Can he open this up? But no, another crush counter, and the knockdown is the biggest part because now you only get one spend of your V-trigger.
Oh, it wasn't a back throw. That's a real shame. Oh my god, my man churned.
You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, that was definitely a clean back throw. Game on the board for Bandit Hermes. No, I actually misread that. Sorry, my apologies. This is potentially set point for Itachi.
The infinite Tsukiyomi again.
He's got me, man.
You don't even know you're in the mix.
Itachi's like, I already won.
Getting that V-skill 2-star and just walking back. He is so willing to surrender space on the screen. Finally, that could be a huge turn. If Hermes Venatori is starting to hone in on how to deal with that up ball as a repositioning tool, that's going to go a long way to swinging this matchup back into his favor. EX up ball from Itachislegacy doesn't want to deal with the neutral jump mess setup.
Yeah, and talking about swingy decisions, the up ball does come out, and now, again, Itachi with the lead, playing to the game plan, but the V-trigger activation comes out from the side of Hermes first, and what a good punish on the activation into the critical guard, trying to get as much health as possible, because you've been playing that timer, not as much this time, and I'm trying to close this out quickly. Another throw will get the job done, and it comes out!
There we go.
The pre-pop-off as we go 1-1 here now. Man, he really believed in that throw right there.
You know what? Clean. It's with how passive Itachislegacy is playing.
Yeah,
that really is so much of the layer 1 of this game is just about, like, eventually you need to make them afraid of the throw. And Itachislegacy,
the fear was there.
And with the stubby limbs, right? Like, Itachislegacy walking back so much, but I feel like there is very little that Hermes Venatori can do to establish a sufficient low threat to stop Itachislegacy from just being willing to walk back.
Yep. And that was so good from both sides, actually. Like, you know, a very back and forth game at this point. I believe we're going back to character select. I'm wondering what's going to be changed here. You know, the only thing that could be changed, obviously, is Blanca. So, you know, Kage, what's the backup matchup? Because now, like, it feels like Kage has started to figure out maybe you're just taking a second in character select. I'm super curious.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of deliberation on his head.
He's thinking about it. Give me pink, Kage.
He was on pink for like a second. I feel like, you ever wonder if they can hear us?
I'm in their head. I got the neural link. Remember, as soon as we put these headsets on, we're all in the database.
That's true.
The singular consciousness.
The mind meld.
Yeah, the mind meld is what we're going through. Okay, yeah.
A very different matchup.
Yeah, this is 100% changing the tide. You're telling me you were playing Blanca like a turtle and you're going to become a nut?
I mean,
turtle to the hair? That's what you're doing right now?
I mean, you could try to play passive. I mean, V-skill as a poke.
Nah, I mean, Ibuki thrives when she's rushing down. Like, when she is really pushing the envelope. But, I mean, that same kind of defensive style can pay off.
I think it's just the idea that it's the type of nutty that Ibuki brings to the table versus we associate with Blanca are such very different things.
Yeah. And that's not disrespecting to that kind of play, by the way. That is definitely a compliment because already the pressure is paying off. Getting a lead early, and Hermes fighting back.
With how little health Kage has, I feel like this sends up a pretty good pick for Itachislegacy too, because with how much we've already done, once Trigger gets activated, if you land that V-Trigger mix-up, that's going to be such a huge swing in your favor. And look, not dissimilar to the Blanca, Itachislegacy is representing V-Skill so much so that we can get V-Trigger earlier in the matchup.
Even with a life lead too.
You're above half-life and you have Trigger.
Oh, and you're a lot lower than half-life now. One more touch will lead to the stun. Hermes needs one more touch, going for the plus frames and the kunais. The bet that we talked about before that we saw from the side of Shine. Are we seeing that same bet from Itachi? And now it's so close, gets one kunai back.
All right, that's huge. One EX kunai with the right hit. Oh, we got a second one.
As you were saying, huge. One EX kunai with the right hit gets the lead.
Oh no,
no, the whiff! Are you dead? Oh!
Just barely not. But we don't have any resources, clipped by the low short at the very tip. And that's a real shame. A different release or perhaps an Air EX kunai, you would have caught out that fireball and won. You had turned the game back into a singular interaction. You just unfortunately got cut out for it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
EX kunai is a poke moving forward. How are we going to capitalize on the knockdown? Finding the regular throw.
Yep.
No anti-air on the dive kick once again.
Yeah, feeling really good about this pace. Itachi slowly shutting down the movement from Bandits. Hermes, and keep continuing to poke every single one of these trades to go in their favor. The trigger is available, but good check on the throw for the landing. How do you get this in as Hermes?
Trying to establish that low threat. This is the most that Hermes has been able to actually play the Kage game.
This is so much damage.
And Itachislegacy seems like he's getting hungry to try to activate trigger. Finally representing the reversal. That's going to be the kunai to open this up. That is going to kill. We're going to the last round.
This is back and forth. The crowd, I feel like they're definitely in Hermes' favor. They've been popping off, but either way, they're going to be happy as we get into this final game. Oh, man. Oh, good check on the red fireball startup. Resources are almost dead even. You got to look to get those great confirms. Like, you have to look for that low medium kick to catch out the Ibuki and the stand medium kick pokes.
I like standing medium kick as a way to try to reclaim the space that Itachislegacy is playing for with the V-skill.
Nice air to air, and now the pro game begins. Chase down, trying to meaty. Respectful from the side of Itachislegacy. We saw the bust out with the DB4 attacking the throw once again.
None of these dashes have been checked. Itachislegacy is not checking a single dash out of Hermes.
Oh, and yes, finally gets the poke into the confirm. Utilizes the V-skill. And now the life lead has been established. Every poke that comes out of the side of Itachi. Oh, but no confirm.
Now you have trigger.
Was bad. The throw gets punished with the overhead. This is going to be so close to Sun. But the mix-up, you're able to block. You can't take anything. And that's going to be it. Itachislegacy, unless there's a drop. Takes down Hermes. And there's the hug. They're hugging it out, man. They're hugging it out. That was so good.
What a crazy match that was.
My God.
Kage pick, not what I would have expected from Hermes, but Kage Blanca for 2 games for the Ibuki swap in the 11th hour. And I love how actively Itachislegacy is structuring their game around the V system. Both characters prioritizing using their V skill and a 2-bar V trigger so they can use those huge parts of their character's kits as often as they can.
Yeah, when you have that defining part of your kit and you can access it quickly and consistently, feels really good. And it must feel really good to move on to that winner's side and continue a fantastic run to the bracket. We've been having such a good day at CEO so far. It's second day, we're getting to where dreams are made and dreams are broken. But wouldn't have it any other way, Brad.
No, we absolutely can't. We do have a moment here to thank some of our sponsors that have helped to put on this event.
As much as you can about the tournament, and got to learn as much as you can about us, because we're going to be delivering even more Street Fighter V commentary. Once again, I'm Jake Ryan, joined by Brad M, to bring you this wonderful top 48 at CEO for Street Fighter V.
Ooh. It looks like the next players are already sitting down. Dorigas and iDom. What can be said about iDom that has not already been said for years and years and years?
I don't know, man. Stoop Kid's pretty good once he left his stoop.
Right?
I mean, he That was the story all the time. Oh, man. If iDom went to tournaments. If iDom went to tournaments.
He's going to tournaments.
This is iDom went to tournaments. And it's been a pretty good ride. Pretty good ride. I mean, once again, Capcom Cup champion. One of the best in the world. One of the best to ever play Street Fighter V. He's pretty nasty at other games, too.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
There's certain skills that are translatable, right?
You think so?
Fundamental skills translate
Oh,
over.
yeah.
I know he had a lot of fun playing Marvel Infinite when that dropped. I think he entered.
He plays Marvel
Strive
3
as well,
too.
too.
He plays Marvel 3 too. He got top 8 in Combo Breaker.
Yeah, but then Doriga's over here on the kill. I wonder how this matchup is going to be. I feel like once Laura gets bar, any fireball matchup suddenly changes wildly because you need to be worried about the EX command grab or the EX elbow. That only matters though if iDom is ever out of range 0. Next hit will be a stun. What's it going to be? EX. Ooh.
Oh my God. World-class pressure from the side of iDom and Dorigas. God.
Oh my God.
That was, you know, we talk about Luke rounds, but that was a Laura round. My God. It's like, you ever get thrown so hard by Laura or Armika that you uninstall the game?
I want to correct you. Laura rounds need V-trigger. That was an iDom round. That was nothing but clean defensive reads.
No, yeah, you know what? You're actually right because that was no robbery. That was all fair. That was fair trade right there. Oh, now, and fair trades are not happening on the side of Doriga's Sunset City, baby. We're in Daytona. I got my bathing suit ready.
God.
I'm here to bust ass. Oh, my God. iDomination.
Dorigas is getting absolutely blended here.
Blasted.
The one opportunity that Dorigas had to try to start up the offense just got way too greedy fishing for those big starters in the corner. iDom is going to get wise to that and call you on your stuff. A quick game one. Let's see if Dorigas is able to make any difference happening here. No, the late falling Fierce catching out Dorigas for trying to advance behind. Ooh.
He can't be whipping throws in front of iDom. He is the shimmy master. He is in the V-shift, but that's so tragic because now you don't have the V-trigger available. One more touch, we'll get it, and you cannot be reversal. Stun hasn't happened just yet, but no, the whip throw, double whip throw. Double whammy, looking for one more whip punish.
That's so disrespectful.
And the stun's not even needed. Building as much bar as possible. Such good decisions from the side of iDom, and we are on set point already. This is a fast Street Fighter. We're playing fast and loose in Florida, baby.
To represent that overhead at that range, you're like, yeah, whatever, I just need another tick.
Yeah, forget it,
That's
man.
all I need. I have such a healthy life lead, what does it really matter? Back in this range 0, fishing with that standing Fierce. Doriga's trying to find a little bit of room here, but clipped by the jab elbow and thrown in the shimmy again.
This is definitely not following the rules of Street Fighter. You have to take the throw, and continuing to try to tech is actually the tail of the tape right now. Dorigas is just falling apart, and that is where nothing is kept together anymore. Quickly taken down iDom. There's a reason. There's a reason this guy has a skin. There's a reason this guy got to put socks on Laura, man.
Yeah, and you can see, I feel like Dorigas looks disappointed. I mean, one has to, right? Barely got to play the game. And unfortunately, that's the luck of the draw, right? Like, iDom is... It just before you even get to the character matchup, just with the player matchup.
Just one combo breaker too.
Right, with like what a grand final set that was.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we see Caba coming up later on. We will be able to talk about that a little bit more. But iDom, one of the best to ever play the game, and definitely full stop, the best Laura in the world.
Yeah.
And
there's no question.
Then you take that the step further to the character matchup.
Yeah.
Gil Laura just absolutely blown over. At no point did Dorigas get to do anything. We saw semblances of like trying to start that fireball game. iDom wasn't having it. Nope. We are living in range 0.
You don't get to get, you're trapped in here with me, and we're playing my game, and iDom got to play his game of just immense pressure. And now these players are feeling immense pressure because these are two legends of the scene that we have coming up right now. One of the best to ever touch Street Fighter V in the form of Panda Punk, and one of the best to ever play fighting games. NYChrisG, GrillaChrisG, man. That guy, he sure can play he sure can press them buttons, Brad.
Definitely can. This is, I feel like we would have seen this matchup at Combo Breaker just a month ago. And what I will say is, I was a little bit surprised to see Chris playing earlier back on the Ibuki, when I know at CEO last year, Chris was representing the Akira, and a little bit ahead of the curve, was playing V-Trigger 2 at the time, pre-buff.
Oh, that's right.
So V-Trigger 2 obviously got some love in the patch.
So now it's even better, and there's no Akira. What happened?
I'm a little bit surprised to see that. And then obviously if we're talking about character changes from the patch, Punk, one of the Karens, the one who, you know, his Karen back in Season 2 really pushed the envelope of this game in terms of how you structure your strike
and
offense.
How you play.
And
like
Karen with those 4 extra recovery frames on that low forward really made it a little bit harder for people to operate in that pocket.
These legs don't work the same way they used to, buddy. It's been years.
But so we've seen Punk go to the Ken, but Punk has always played so much of the cast.
Yeah. 100% understood on that one. Punk is a master of the school of fighting games, so I wouldn't be surprised. You know, he's been playing Claw. He played Claw last CEO for the entirety of Pools. He can pick any character. He also has a Kage. He plays a cast. So we'll see which part of the cast he dies today to see exactly how he wants to approach this matchup.
I think one of the things about the way he plays the cast too, and I've talked about this a couple of times in the last few days, is that, you know, you get to a certain level where when you're playing the cast, it's because you have a style, you have a thing that you're trying to do, and you're actually identifying and taking the tools that each character has
to do that thing,
fitting them in. So like when people talk about how there's no individual expression,
no, that's how you individually express yourself.
Right. So Punk has this game plan. Every character that Punk plays, it's still Punk playing. You see that he's picking and choosing to highlight certain parts of his game. It's just which version of it does he want on that day or in that matchup. We are over the Ken here. Ken just before the crypto collapse.
She took the kids, Rio.
I
lost my apes.
I wonder whether that's going to be true.
I lost my apes.
I believe that it is. Like,
That'd be so funny.
What a bold choice for the character.
That would be so funny, dude. Oh my God, Ken. I don't know. I wrote a pretty popular. I had a Hanzo Gonzo level shit post. It was really good. His story he fights Chun-Li and he's on his last legs. He's like about to give up. He's gonna just never fight again. And then the super comes out and he parries the first hit and he smiles and looks at the camera, and it all comes back. Nah, and then after the end, you see the fire come back to his DP, and we're gonna see the fire that is represented right now between these two competitors, Panda Punk versus GrillaChrisG. Oh, what a start!
Yeah, that's a real shame. Went to try to hit confirm off that low forward, but follow up on the DP. ChrisG back into this footsie range now.
Yeah,
forward checks. There we go.
That's the extra range on the EX right there. Good, confirm. Want to see how Punk wants to approach here, because ChrisG's playing really good in this neutral zone 0, not afraid.
There's been all of these hits, Chris is choosing not to use the EX kunai and is just releasing the regular kunai and, you know, electing to still just live in this range and play this mid-range game.
All right, the mid-range is definitely in the favor of Chris. Gets the V-Trigger activation. Nice backdash to avoid. So smart from Punk, but not able to get the confirm off the fireball. V-Trigger has been activated, though, so we can run and we can have some fun. Let's see what Punk decides to do. Oh, big pickup with the EX kunai. Not going to be enough to kill, but the challenge with the jab, 3-framer.
And wake up jab, wake up this corner position. There's the first throw. Those pseudo throw loops that Ken can represent in the corner. Chris completely willing to take it. Oh no!
You're
Just
dead!
as I said that, I had so much faith in you, Chris. I said you were willing to take it, and then you got counter hit for it. That was the anti-psychic commentator call. First round on the board to Punk.
Yeah, my God, Punk able to really clutch that one out, and great check so far on the dashes. But no, the whip, because he was airborne. It's gonna be a lot of damage and corner carry, which is the most important part here. But we have just changed the tides. Easy side switch.
Yeah, I like that side switch from Punk. Was starting to get inched back to the corner. Yep, big starter here. Going for that shimmy, no bite. You know Punk is going to be willing to take the throw.
Yeah, Punk will take the throw 100 times. All right, he knows. That is some clean Street Fighter that is being played, and the clean confirm. Again, checks, does not overextend as well.
Really just representing these pokes, trying to keep Chris back up into that corner. The low forward activation coming out from Chris. Will cash it out for damage. No side switch. I was so ready for the side switch, but Punk just goes for the V-shift. Critically there, not directionally dependent. Would have been the right call and need a case.
Yeah, super good decision from Punk, but super good confirmed from the side of Chris. He should be able to kill the Ken right here. Oh my God, you're alive? No way.
No anti-air either?
No way.
This
you
could
get
be
hit
a
one more
starter.
time, one shimmy, and it's over.
Any V-trigger activation?
We're gonna see right now.
When are we gonna
looking
go
for the hit, trying to get the shimmy into the activation. The throw comes out. You were gonna be so afraid. Is it gonna be?
Oh, look, that could have been it. That could have been it. Going back for the fireball.
You check the throw. Anything comes up. We're looking
low forward
maybe for the sweep.
Low forward activate. Chris was just going to low forward activate and go for the mix after, but Punk actually got caught out at the tip of that low forward. 1 round apiece. This is such a delicate footsies game happening right now between these two.
Yeah, delicate footsies being played right now, and this is some really high-level Street Fighter from 2 of the greats. My God, but Punk again. The hit confirms are so clean, and the range on the DP is just really coming out clutch. Critical Art is available. Punk again playing that posturing. Walk forward. I will check you.
Punk, and now by this round 3, has started to represent the fireball because of how grounded Chris has been playing. We've not seen it at, like, no big EX kunai to just bypass neutral. Not a lot of jumping. As I say that, another anti-psychic commentator call. Come on, Chris, get out of my head.
Yeah, finally the jump in comes from Chris, but Punk not deterred, not faltering from his approach, and that is such a fast hit confirm. Punk! That was so good taking the game, my God. There was no hesitation, that was like frame 1. Get off my screen, first game Punk, wow. Wow.
Oh, we are going right back into it. Chris so ready to keep going.
Jeez.
And I like the ground game approach, but you could see that Chris was starting to try to cycle up into the air. Oh, representing that V-skill a lot, but actually gets whiff punish for it.
Yeah, now huge whiff punish from the side of Punk, and your reward is you are in the corner, no dashing allowed, continual dash check. He already was representing the standing medium punch the entire time, but now you gotta deal with this mix up, same side, not cross up. I got smoked.
Absolutely got hit. This cross up there, really smart though. You know you want to steal the corner position.
Yep.
You find that in a lot of those situations, once the risk reward starts to skew towards the side switch, it's so much easier just to make the decision for that block. Great check after the block Tatsu. ChrisG pushing them slowly back into the corner, but still no answer here. That was a cross up Tatsu coming out from Punk. And just like that, we're gone. No, we are not gone in less than 60 seconds. ChrisG back in the driver's seat, pressing the issue, back to mid-screen.
Driver's seat, but we're trying to take control of this ride right now. Again, any hit into V-Trigger and Punk will be able to get the win. You could go for a sweep activate potentially. Oh, there we go, even better.
Oh, clip by the standing short, but nothing comes of it. About 30 seconds left on the clock. Chris wants to try to inch their way out of here. If we find a V-skill exactly like that, the next V-skill will give Chris V-Trigger.
Yeah, but you have to be so careful with the V-Trigger that is still running on the side of Punk.
You could also block another thing. That V-Trigger is going to do it! So smart from Chris. And one of the things that's really great about that V-skill is it's a little bit harder to deal with it because she pulls her hurt box back when she starts that. It makes it a great sort of displacement tool to throw out. But the bravery from Chris still to be inching out of that corner and try to represent it, so great. Punk finding that hit confirm. Here's a strong start for Punk though, right into the P2 side corner.
Yeah, try to go for the shimmy, but no fear on the side of ChrisG. And now the lockdown comes one more time, blocks it all. Very good stuff. But again, confirm into the EX kunai. We're not out of the woods yet.
Kunai is out. Chris just wants to keep this corner position, but look at how difficult it is to play that ground game, especially with the reliance on using that V-skill as a poke. You do need to surrender that space a little bit because Punk is going to make things harder. There's that hit confirm again. That hit confirm ability is still look really strong.
That was so clean. The jab short into the EX. No, he didn't even spend the EX. That was just regular DP.
Not needed. No meter.
That's OD. Starring the Street Fighter 6 series. But back to Street Fighter 5.
Another jump, deep cross up. ChrisG bringing in those jumps very sporadically, but we've not really seen the crosscut DP coming out from Punk. And it's been so grounded, you're not watching for the jump on that mental stack. So Chris is really intelligent in where he's putting it back on that stack. Oh no, overcommits to the DP. We've seen that again off the flip tech situation.
That's happened 3 times in this set so far, and you know, this one might be the highest payoff for the side of ChrisG. But again, all the resources in the world for the side of Punk. Chris is not making any errors. He's trying to play this as slow as possible. Lame is king sometimes.
Oh, nice whiff punish with the low forward. Chris does not want to make this easy for Punk, but the thing is we've already walked all the way across the stage. Chris's back is to the corner. At what point is Chris going to go for the jump and try to get out of the deep cross-up? Great big crush counter starter.
Same side afterwards. This is huge. Next knockdown. Not going to spin the bar just yet because if you get hit, you are done. Critical Art will get the job done. You have to wait now. V-Trigger on the other side. The mix-up comes. Are you going to be able to take the throw? No, goes for the shimmy.
He has the life lead and 25 seconds left on the clock. Chris is playing super patient here. Uh-oh. You still have the life lead. Look at this patience.
Again, it's not. It might not be for long because there is no V trigger available, no V bar on the side of ChrisG. He can go for a chip. Potentially, all this gray health is going to be so huge, especially if he builds up that extra bar. But we might not even get to that point. 8 seconds.
Every one of these crouching strongs is huge.
Oh,
that's going to be
He's going to run. You have to be able to catch him. Both kunai recharge. How are you going to do that? It's not going to be enough.
Chris, the EXDP just barely. If we had been a pixel closer and maybe gotten a second hit and he didn't, the EX kunai store, I was ready for just an EX kunai to come out and try to use it to earn some space. Just what a shame. What a close performance. So much patience from these tournament veterans. And how many rounds now have we been watching in this top 48 where people are so comfortable letting the clock run all the way down?
And then it becomes too late. Better late than never? Nah.
Oh my God.
Should have done it earlier. You should have pre-regged and everything. But, you know, it's still a really great decision on the side of ChrisG. Like, who in their right mind is like, I got to do an EX reload right now because this is the only opportunity I have? And it almost worked. It almost worked because it caught Punk off guard.
There's something to be said, you know, if you're going to do it at all, with that little time left on the clock, Punk just earned the life lead. There is no way, absolutely no way, that Punk is doing anything except hard disengaging.
Yeah, he's like, I'm running, I'm holding up north to the back.
Yeah.
That's northeast. We're getting out of here.
Yeah, all the way back to where to our shared heritage.
That's right.
Yeah, the next match, sitting down, and I alluded to one of our players a short while ago when we were talking about iDom, another participant in that fantastic combo breaker grand finals. Caba sitting down here on the P1 side against UYU's Kami over on the P2 side.
Yeah, and Caba just had a really fantastic appearance too. Such strong play recently. Such strong play.
I mean, that just the grand finals of Combo Breaker was what a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
But iDom is, I mean, we want to talk about Caba, but iDom is just so clutch. And it was so demonstrated in how far Caba pushed that matchup. And I'm still so ready for Caba to have another fantastic performance here this weekend.
That's what we're looking for right now, and this is the place to make it happen when we're in top 48 winners, where Caba has the opportunity to be one game away from the top 8, and Kami, you know, UYU zone, always showing up strong in pretty much every major he shows up to. Like, he has been a consistently strong player for the entirety of Guilty Gear. Not Guilty Gear, sorry. I mean, if he is a Guilty Gear player, that's fantastic. I was looking at Smash.gz. I completely apologize. But
I will say,
Street Fighter 5.
Speaking of Start GG, I'm checking some of these brackets to give people an update as we iron towards this top 16. So with Punk winning that, Punk moves on to top 16 winner side to play against the winner of this match. Some of the other matches coming up. Dr. Afrikan took it over Jay Wong to move on to winner side top 16. And we saw Shine beat Louis Man. We saw Mena beat danslip. So Mena versus SMUG.
That's going to be a good one.
Itachislegacy versus iDom. Punk waiting on the winner of this one. The loser side has been advancing though.
Brian F is still in it.
So is danslip.
Just beat El Chicote.
Yeah, danslip still in it as well, as is Mad Titan. They are playing off stream right now. Louis Man and KUDO. KUDO still in. KUDO in losers as early as this is.
That's insane.
Was crazy for me.
Yeah.
Mono also still in. Oh, that's a heartbreaker off stream.
Against Hermes?
Mono took it 2-0 over Hermes off stream.
That's a rough one right there. You really have to, I mean, that's what happens. Somebody's got to go to losers, and there are only winners and losers in the game of war. There's nothing else.
All right, Caba on the G off rip into the Luke matchup being represented here by Kami.
Yeah, I like that one right there. My God.
I feel like the other match of Caba's that I saw today was also a Luke matchup where I saw the G.
Man, this is exciting. I mean, I do feel like every time I see a Luke doesn't really have any bad matchups. Like, so G's got to do some work. It's, are you going to respect the command grab or not? That's what I think it really comes down to.
You know, it used to be that we decided if characters were top tier, not based on how we felt about them, but we used to have a matchup chart.
Yeah.
That observation of I feel like he had no bad matchups, that used to be a thing we quantified. I think we should bring that back. I want to see more real matchup chart discussions.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really important part of fighting games because just as the character is top tier, you have to be able to understand how they play against everybody because it might feel a little less top tier in some matchups than another. But Luke going to be fighting against Caba on the G right now. Very good start. Gets the power up, power of the earth.
Yeah, actually got away with that free store near round start, just backing off. And Kami was really representing that MP Sandblaster early, which didn't seem to go far enough to really sufficiently generate threat. And Caba's so patient, willing to just block this out. None of these hits are going to really do anything to meaningfully interact with the presidential level until Kami gets in and starts running the game. The command grab whiff.
Went a little bit early, too. Like, that was the biggest part. But the whiff on the DP, that was courageous, to say the least. Again, gets the power of the earth, and this confirm is huge with V-Trigger. Look how much damage he can pump out right now. All right, nice. Tries to go for it. Throw is backdash. And now Caba playing patient, trying to play in that zone 0. Still not afraid of the V-Trigger.
Yep, sending out the JoJo punches.
That's so sick. Stop the power.
Still on level 1 presidentiality. Here is Caba. Still has a life lead too. Wow, that V-reversal from pretty far away. And look at how much gray life that generated. This could be a one-touch situation here for Caba, depending on the hit.
Yeah, one touch into EX.
Ooh, EX low could be the play, but I mean, I feel like the threat of that becomes much, much more severe once V-Trigger is on the table.
Yeah, and now it's even more severe as there's just a pixel and a dream on the side of Kami. You take any normal and you are done for. Any check, 10 seconds. These games are going down to the wire. You have to make a move, Kami, and the move was checked by Caba. Very good stuff. 6 seconds left on the clock. We are wasting no time. We are spending every second because it's precious. Time is fleeting.
Once again, that immediate back off, get the store. Caba is using that opportunity to cheat out these levels, and Kami is not playing with the intensity.
Ooh.
EX rushing straight, big jump in, goes unanswered, but the follow-up, Caba finds the poke.
Yeah, and Caba not playing with fear in any regard right now, waiting for the jump out. I like that read from Kami to deal with the potential command grab, but it doesn't come out, and now pressure in the corner. One situation can turn into a nightmare for this man of the earth.
You have to know that Caba has played this matchup, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hermes and Mena both have a reasonable loop. This is not something that Caba's unfamiliar with, and you can see that in how comfortably Caba is blocking, but there's no blocking happening here, just straight up pressure that Kami does not have the answer to. That is the end of the V-Trigger coming out here for Kami, trying to press the issue and push forward. 50 seconds left on the clock, but there is so little life left here for Kami. This is a hard pull to try to make, and it's not going to work. The little spacing trap works out there for Caba, closing out the first game.
Yeah, really good stuff from Caba. I mean, with the presence of the stand medium kick and then the stand medium punch right there, and just playing at that zone where you can't jump, it's really hard to move forward. Anti-airs have already been represented. Like, what do? You have to, like, take that hard read, maybe go for a whip punish by standing in the corner, but you don't want to push yourself there because what if he jumps? Like, you were just stuck.
Right. A little bit more aggressive, but the dash check.
There it is. As I said,
in.
what if he jumps? And the jumps are paying off quickly. V-shift to try to get out, but the confirm. One more touch will lead to stun. You had the challenge there. Good stuff from Kami, but the challenge is not over, all right? This is a two-parter. Blocks the EX wheel. Let me see what you got. What's the deal, Mr. President?
All right, trigger activation from Kami, but it has so much non-mattered. Actually finding the cross-up, huge. Gets that corner position that we need. Meaty.
Yep.
V-reversal represented here from Caba, has not really had to rely on the V-trigger at all, in part because of how secure they've been in every round. No jump. That jump in goes unanswered. That's a big one for Kami to have lost out on as we slowly inch out of this corner.
Oh, man, and that just continues to connect. And yeah, if you miss those anti-airs, now Caba's going to feel more confident moving to the north. You have to be careful with that. The sand blasters are getting thrown out a little bit haphazardly, but still playing in that danger zone. Anything can happen. Are you going to head to the skies, Caba? Are you ready? How are you going to close it on Kami?
That EX working out great. We finally found the counter hit confirmed. Kami's landed that counter hit crushing strong a couple of times. That is the first time that he has adequately followed up on it, closing out the round with a regular throw. Kami on the board with the first round here in game 2.
First round in game 2 does go over the Kami. Not going down without a fight. Like I said, one of the best in the business as well, consistently getting these top placings at tournaments. And Caba is consistently getting these hit confirms. Not even going to get the power up right now, but the corner pressure is even better. Good jump out. So good from Kami.
That deep cross-up, Caba has not had an adequate answer for it.
Yeah, and right now the answers are being written on the test, but the huge confirm right there from Kami, man, and the crowd is cheering for him. We can hear him.
Right, there's in the trigger activation. Look at all this gray life. This is all safe. There's the check into the V-trigger, this time from Caba. Pressing the issue, no, the spacing trap.
Should be able to kill here if you want to cash out. Don't even have to. So good because of the V-trigger. Caba on set point now with a full stick of butter.
That's huge. Any one of these hits could be big, but I don't know, how much do you want to spend it for a big starter? Kami finding that EX Sandblaster as the starter.
Ooh, and there's the big starter we were going to see right now, spending one of the bars, continuing to press forward, gets the V-shift out. V-trigger is going to be even later. And now Kami, you get one pressure string and it might be lights out. Not able to deal with the cross-up once again. Caba can push to the corner from Kami. How do you deal with this? for the throw. Are you going to take another throw? That's the question.
There's not. Kami just keeps that pressure tight. The jab check from Caba works out into the trigger activation.
This is huge, coast to coast, corner to corner, and this next touch is going to decide everything. Goes for the wow.
With the follow-up?
You're kidding me. You're not dead just yet, but the throw afterwards, Caba overcomes Kami in just such a great G sequence. I mean, and a lot of that was fear from the command grab. Kept challenging, and you know, you can't head to the skies in that situation. You're going to get scooped up, and just such good play.
And we only ever saw the command grab
once, and it whipped because he went too early.
And I mean, but look at how much that instilled the fear into Caba's opponent. Moving on in the winner's side for a top 16 match against Punk. These matches, these not top 8 yet matches, are absolutely crazy. It is such a great time to be a fan of quality Street Fighter V. Because we're all eating.
We're all pretty good.
There is nothing but good stuff to watch.
There's everything. There's everything. And I love to see that too, because seeing a game develop like this and the talent pool just gets better and better and better, it only challenges the top players to stay consistent and push themselves to new levels where, like, there's so much untapped potential in a lot of these characters, and we're finally seeing them show to light.
Yeah.
Like,
we had a Blanca.
And that Blanca was cooking. That Blanca sent Hermes packing.
Absolutely crazy. We have our next match sitting down. danslip back on the setup. We are dropping down into the loser side. As I said, the winner side of top 16 is already settled.
All established.
danslip versus Mad Titan to decide. It looks like Brian F took that over El Chicote, which means that this is to get into the loser side of top 16.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Louis Man took it over OG Yan, and KUDO took it over Jaewong for another one of those. We still have ChrisG versus Squall, Kami versus Zenith, Dorigas versus GentlemanThief.
Got some matches in store. These are hell of matches too. Like, again, top 16 is going to be decided, and that's not even where the action stops. Like, they have even harder matches to play. It's only going to get harder from here. The mountain's real steep, and it's wet and snowy and a little humid. We're in Florida, and there's snow. I don't know how that happened.
It's wet, snowy, and humid?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
You know what it is? We must be like one side of the mountain is on one hemisphere, and the other's on the other.
Yeah. It's the highest mountain in the universe. That's why.
It's like that spot where you can put your feet and hands in 4 different states.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like everything. We've got different ecological climates all coming together on this one steep hill
that
is high-level Street Fighter V.
The epicenter of Street Fighter V. Daigo sits at the top of the mountain, meditating, saying, "I'm nasty."
That's the mantra?
I'm nasty. The will of the warrior. I have the will of the warrior. Ryu at the top of the mountain. That's what we like to see. And we're gonna get a Nash.
Yeah, Mad Titan
versus Cammy right here again. danslip on the Cammy, and then Nash. Dude, I love this character. The fact that this character was such a menace in the first iteration of this game. I'm traumatized, man. I'm traumatized.
It burned a lot of people.
He pulls up right behind me, puts a disc in my brain.
It took literally 5 years for this character to come back around and hit the spot where you start to see
They hit him so hard that he went back to being a corpse.
Hey, that's just the lore. It happened in the story, too.
Exactly. But still alive in the bracket right here. danslip versus MAMBA Mad Titan. Nash versus Cammy. I feel like Cammy still has the edge in this, but you know, Nash does have the opportunity to fight back and is still in a strong state. We've seen good performances from this character.
A little bit warmer, it looks like, as danslip has that dive kick being better represented here, but Mad Titan is doing a great job of placing these anti-airs. Oh!
That was
Where were you looking?
The wrong direction, obviously, but, you know, it was looking grim, and danslip is fighting back. Good check on the V reversal. One poke will do it, but you have to be careful. Big crush, and this might be lights out. You actually are taking the throw right there, which was fantastic, but still the chase downs are so good. Not able to get the confirm off the V trigger slowdown. Any mistake, any whiff normal, and you are getting hit by this V trigger. Nice hooligan in. V shift away, trying to run. You have 50 seconds. You better close this out soon. And what a jump kick, my God.
danslip actually did not take their foot off of the gas for that entire round. After that explosive sequence from Mad Titan, danslip just with tenacity, max tenacity.
That was
all the way forward, nothing but aggro, forward always.
Yeah, that was definitely ambitious. I also am a student of the school of forward, where there is no other direction you can opt to go to. And Mad Titan, you know, Still moving back just a little bit, but forward is the goal. Has full critical art as well, so you have to be careful for that. Any hit confirm can mean a one-touch situation. danslip, how are you going to get this? How are you going to close the gap?
Yeah, just wanted to get out of the corner with that moon sight to get out. There it was Mad Titan. But danslip still doing a pretty good job of ensuring that they have that adequate screen position. Gets that trigger activation. Doesn't elect for the side switch. Wants to keep the corner position. Low check from Mad Titan. And just getting out of the corner again. But they're just trading this position with this air movement. A whiff dive kick once again from danslip. But a V-shift represented. Chased down with the low forward.
Yeah, no anti-air right there. That angle was just a little bit awkward, but once again, you have to look out. You have to watch your toes as you're walking forward on the side of danslip. And big EX barrel arrow and the check again on the V-shift consistently, but the DP comes out and it's going to be a one-touch situation. How are you going to go for this anti-air? V-shift follows and the check probably looking for the grab. This can go either way. Chip damage for the red. No, again!
Oh, no! He wasn't ready for the DP the second time. The bravery of danslip to be like, hey, I'm going to check your work. I know you got the right answer. Hey, just do it again for me, really quick. I need to know.
Oh, we did it again right there. All right, that time you got it. That time you got it. You are that guy.
That dash back represented from Mad Titan immediately. It seems like Mad Titan is, like, the range that Mad Titan has to stick out these pokes at is, you know, a lot of this is just whiffing in the air in front of danslip, but not really capitalizing on it a whole lot.
Yeah, no capitalization right here, but the EX with DP, not the biggest punish though. So, you know, feeling good for Mad Titan spending that bar, but danslip not slipping up. Catching MAMBA. MAMBA Mad Titan slipping, and that is the second time that's whiffed. You cannot have that happen at this stage. Check on the walk forward one more time. One more situation will do it. Obviously, respecting the throw. Mad Titan now peppering his own throw in pressure, but back to neutral. Oh, that was a sweep and a half right there.
Yeah, that was a hard read. Mad Titan trying to hit, but the wake up regular DP from danslip believes that Mad Titan is going to meet that intensity with intensity of his own. Was correct, and you can see the deliberation there from Mad Titan. That was really back and forth, sure, but I mean, it doesn't seem like anything has sufficiently dissuaded danslip from moving forward and pressing the issue.
It's so hard to stop that kind of player, too, because no matter what you do, they will not stop. They will walk 500 miles, and they'll walk 500 more, and make a hard read that wins them the game. And we're going to see if danslip can close up the next game. I'm sorry.
I'm so upset that, I'm completely down with the reference. I wish you had fought for the rhyme.
Oh.
That's it. You got to shoot for the stars.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize. I have not reached my potential. It was a great run. Thank you, CEO 2022. There will be now 2 Brad M's on commentary for the rest of the block. But excited to commentate the rest of this match. Just going to character select to give ourselves a second on the Nash. I'm not sure if we changed anything on the V-trigger or V-skills.
V-skill was V-skill 2. I actually don't recall because we never saw it.
We didn't get to see it. No, it was just a V-reversal every single time. Well, we got V-skill 2 and V-trigger 2, so hopefully we're going to be able to see it this time. And immediate start, strong from danslip, winning neutral and pushing straight to the corner. Big check. You didn't want to take the throw, and then you took it anyways. That is why it's the rules. And the V-reversal easily called out. This is looking grim.
That has been so thoroughly the story so far. All of these V-reversals getting absolutely called out. EX Hooligan into the dive kick. This is looking really strong. Standing short. Works as a pseudo anti-air there for Mad Titan as danslip goes for a deep cross-up. And we are down in this fireball game, but danslip only has to care so much. This is still such a healthy life lead. And Mad Titan, all he's really doing is building bar for himself.
Yeah, and I mean, that bar can be utilized later. Finally gets to you. That's the first V-skill usage we've seen this entire set. All right, let's see here. Nice EX dive, but the chase down, once again, you have to spend all of your V meter. Like, you can't even make a feature to come back, and it's still not in your edge. Like, oh yeah, okay, finally an anti-air comes out. MAMBA Mad Titan trying, and that was a great whip punish. Hard read, too.
All right, life about even finds the throw. This is a good spot to be in. Spending the 1 EX bar, going for the cheeky stuff to not throw the second boom, but danslip was ready to press the issue after. Finding the side switch, doing that late V-shift there, did Mad Titan, trying to find
dive kick, doesn't connect, but it doesn't matter, recovers in time. And Mad Titan thought they were on, they had their finger on the trigger, but that was definitely a misfire.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker too. It was they had worked so hard for that round, finding that early anti-air represented this time, but danslip not dissuaded.
Ooh, yeah, no dissuasion here. Gets in once again with the hooligan into the dive kick, and it is looking all danslip. Finally, MAMBA Mad Titan taking the throws right now, but that's where the pressure becomes too much. Finally, the V reversal escapes the corner, And that's the first time he hasn't been punished on that, too.
Yeah, I mean, only because danslip had committed to that bar and was actually stuck in, trying to play a little bit more active here. We're finding the anti-air, but even in that trade, Mad Titan comes out the back foot on that trade and baited once again. That's at least the 4th time. You've called it out a couple of times already. The placement on this dive kick, the V-reversal chase down has to been the V-trigger again.
And that's all your E-meter again. You're not going to have V-trigger. And that's such a big deciding factor. Now, just a little bit of health left. Did not get the punish either.
Wow.
Come, that's no! What an activation! Full screen danslip. That was pretty good. You know, wonderful performance on the other side as well. But danslip was so confident in that match, so confident, and really closed it out in a convincing fashion. So great stuff.
Yeah, we ended it how we began, too.
Yep.
danslip has continued to demonstrate a willingness to go to that spiral arrow, particularly on block in certain situations.
Just sending it out. Sometimes you have to believe in those like risky decisions you're going to make, because not only does it catch your opponent off guard, it shows them that you were willing to take that high risk, high reward play, which means they have to play in a different way. And you know, it really worked out for the side of danslip. So fantastic performance so far in losers. We're going to be seeing him a little bit later, but now we have Dorigas versus StrikeFirst GentlemanThief.
And I feel like as I double check the bracket, it's oh no, we do have at least one more coming after this. I do see it queued up on the side there as well. There's been so many matches. It's just like
so many matches.
You're like, we have to be out of them by now, right? There can't possibly be more Street Fighter. There is absolutely more Street Fighter.
There is absolutely even more Street Fighter to be had. So you gotta stay tuned, because even after this, there is going to be... Actually, is this all the Street Fighter for date?
No, Top 16 is running immediately after this.
Is right after. I couldn't remember if Top 16 was tomorrow, or I think, Top 8 is just tomorrow, giving the players enough time to relax. It's been a long day. So, really exciting to see that. You're going to get to see what our Top 8 shakes up to be, which you're going to be able to watch tomorrow. And, God, I don't even know who's going to take it at this point.
It's so hard to tell, but all we can really think about is the match on the screen. And I do got to say, we've only seen Dorigas once in this block so far, and it was not a great showing for them going into iDom. I do hope
that was I mean, he didn't really get to play, and that's not his fault.
No, and
that's
I hope he does get to play here. And
me too.
To see that frustration that was so apparent on his face when we come.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard. It's not. It is no easy feat to come out and perform against a world-class player like iDom, but you're gonna have another opportunity to fight back. Lose is improved. That is quite literally the way that you get better. And losing to one of the best, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Absolutely not. Back on the gill once again is Dorigas. It looks as though GentlemanThief representing the jury.
Is Just a Kid still in?
Oh, actually,
that's the question. I didn't see his name. No. Just a Kid is out. And who did Just a Kid drop to?
Just a Kid dropped to KUDO. Oh, that's a tough pull.
Yeah, that's hard. Wow, what a losers match. You know, Just a Kid having a breakout performance in the CPT qualifier, but we're not going to be seeing any more of them. But we still have more jury to observe. Wow, we are popping off during Guilty Gear right now. My God, I love it. This venue is electric.
It absolutely is. There is. If you've not been able to attend one of these, I absolutely hope that you find yourself the opportunity to come down here, because there is no shortage. You look anywhere in the room, somebody is popping off. Hopefully, someone is popping off here for Dorigas or StrikeFirst's GentlemanThief. Dorigas to a better, stronger start than in their last showing. Already has this dominant corner position against GentlemanThief. And GentlemanThief planting those low forwards immediately.
Yeah, planting the low forwards immediately. Already feeling comfortable, but Dorigas pushing GentlemanThief into the corner. We're getting to see the G play, and I'm liking what we're seeing right now. And Crackman, I've been having a bad back pain this week. Can you help me out, G?
We absolutely can. Wow, just a little bit short on the jump in. Does not get the cross up, smoked out for it, and the throw closing out that first game. GentlemanThief committed to a lot of target combos on block that didn't afford much, and a lot of these low forwards that just really went nowhere. Big whip punish here to start out for Dorigas as well.
Yeah, big kill on the screen right here, making the work happen. And GentlemanThief is pushed back into that same position we saw in the first game, just stuck in the corner, not knowing how to deal with the extra length of these normals. And man, these feet are hot.
Okay, there's the trigger activation from GentlemanThief, but Dorigas is so willing to take the throw. All of this block pressure. Dorigas back up against the wall, dealing with all this stuff on block, still very nearly full health. Finally counter pokes just to press the issue.
Oh my God, and this is so dominant. Seraphic Wing! Easily finishing it off right there. Wow, that was so good from
Something
Dorigas.
To prove.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I'm happy that we're getting to see this level of play from Dorigas now. it looks like it just looks like he's lost on Jury. Doesn't know what to do in this matchup. It just, I mean, you don't fight a lot of Gills. There's not a lot of like Grandmaster, Warlord, Gills, but God, that was really clean. Are we going back to character select? Battle settings, settings. All right, ooh, uh-oh.
There's implications to battle settings.
Yeah.
And I did see GentlemanThief, you know, saying something.
Yeah, I wonder what happened in that match. I hope everything was set up appropriately, and there's no issue here. Maybe it was a button issue. It might have been a button issue.
No, I mean, we were on type A.
Yeah, we were on type A, so I don't think it was a button issue. That almost
feels worse.
Right? Well, you think you had a button problem,
hold on,
but you didn't?
There's no way my buttons are right. Oh, they were? Whoa.
Wow.
I guess I gotta be introspective.
Yep. Oh man. That's the word. I guess I gotta look inside for the answers, man. That is a rough one when you're in that position. But
well, as Ryu says, the answer lies in the heart of battle. It's a 2 out of 3. You got 2 more games to try to figure out what the deal is here.
Yeah.
Consulting the notes here, is GentlemanThief maybe leaving the calling card? Are they gonna steal our hearts?
Yeah, I mean, we might have our hearts stolen pretty soon. But my God, what a match so far. That was I was really happy for the Rigas there. So GentlemanThief, again, we want to be able to see them play at that same level too, and already starting off better in the last round, finally getting some screen real estate. He is so red and blue. God damn. Like, he really is. He looks like I want a rocket pop.
He's I haven't thought of a rocket pop since so long.
Bro, he's a rocket pop, bro.
I wasn't ready for that.
Bro, he's a whole ass rocket pop. I'm sorry. Oh man. The implications of that statement on Twitter, they're gonna be like, what you thinking about, Gil? You're trying to eat a popsicle? What's going on? Oh man, and the only one popping off right now is Dorigas on this pressure. Feature is still burning, but GentlemanThief finally having the first life lead of the game and capitalizing on a feature activation. Spend that cash to get in that pressure sequence.
Yeah, backing off. One of the things that's been giving GentlemanThief trouble in this matchup, dealing with the fireball really well, using that EX flip kick. But what I was gonna say is, GentlemanThief, and this is a thing for Jury in general, you commonly see them try to back off at round start and get those stores so they can start the game up. But Dorigas has been going for the lunge. Wow, Dorigas actually playing a little bit more passively that time and affords GentlemanThief the opportunity to get started.
Yeah, committed to the fireball, easy punish. What a flip, what a kick, and right now the foot stuff is definitely dealing critical damage. Jill, not Gil. No, Gil. Sorry, I read the J from Jury and put it together because Jury is obliterating the side of Dorigas, and that was it. Opposite game from the first one. Jesus Christ.
That's quite a departure.
Yeah.
We've chosen a very different adventure.
She took my, I mean, GentlemanThief took the words out of my mouth. I couldn't speak anymore. I couldn't say Gil's name because Gil was a figment of my imagination. Yeah. Gil got evaporated off the screen, and we are going to the final game.
GentlemanThief stole the hard G and replaced it with the soft one.
It was like a J, like G from in Japanese. Instead of G, the letter was just J-I. I got bodied, bro.
There you are. All right, representing that coral kick a little bit more. We're seeing a little bit more of that standing medium kick coming out. Ooh, the aggressive lunge from Dorigas as the party started pushing pretty hard forward. Ooh, fishing with that crouching fierce. We're not gonna get it.
Yeah, we're going fishing. I mean, it's not, I don't know. Do the fish come out during the rain? But not the problem right here. Great throw check on the side of Dorigas. And GentlemanThief getting poked up. Oh, that's a huge activation station, and this is going to be nice damage. Retribution will be delivered. The life lead has gone to the side of Dorigas, and give me that spinal adjustment. And this might be the final adjustment we need to see from Dorigas. Big check with the, oh no, with the knees. And it is definitely the business afterwards with the DP punish. The whip, the block punish right there. So good from Dorigas. Set point.
That is off of 2 great EX interactions working in his favor. The EX knee drop beating the flip.
Yeah.
Calling it out. Oh, a nice early anti-air with the roundhouse.
Oh man, nice. The check right there into the fireball. And Dorigas, it's like back to square one to game 1. There's corner position, everything, but the resources are being spent excellently on the side of GentlemanThief. Fighting back, trying to steal as much life as possible. And he hit into Traffic Wing, can potentially kill here. You cannot make any mistakes, GentlemanThief. Every fireball is going to matter. DP connects, and nice check with the dashboard. Feature Grid is going to be available in this next pressure sequence. Do you opt to be reversal? I don't think so. You got to use that comeback factor, but the neck is being cracked. You cannot get hit by anything.
There's no bar, so we have to go for the regular version into the activation. Went for the easy back throw. Dorigas was so ready for that. Oh no, doesn't follow up after the standing strong.
But now chip is a factor. If you get hit one more time, it's over. God, I'm so good at seeing that. That was so clean. As soon as the feature activation, it was a death sentence. It was a checkmate.
But it didn't have to be. We had a couple errant hits there. I swear, GentlemanThief, there were 1 or 2 spots there where it just seemed like the wires weren't all firing. That's standing strong in a frame trap sequence where you know that people are going to be hitting buttons after the fact. No follow-up after. In V-Trigger, she's already got chain cancels at that point. You always see people following up for that one. So one begins to wonder, what was happening there? Was it option overload? Were we maybe hungry to be like, you know what? I'm going to reset the pressure, go for the back throw, and then there's that little bit of deliberation. It just seems like stack overflow happened.
Yeah, overflow on the stack, and you can't cut anybody any slack when they fall to that trap. So, wonderful stuff. And it's going to be wonderful because our next match is the last match of the night for us.
Yes.
In top 48 to qualify out to top 16. UYU Kami versus TUQ Zenith. And Kami, you know, he had a decent showing earlier. You know, got sent to the losers bracket, obviously. A little bit dismantled in his approach, but you know, this is the first time I'm getting to see Zenith play today. It's going to be really excited to see here. I'm loving the t-shirt, tropical, you know, really representing the style. Oh, no, yeah, wow.
It's the tigers.
Those are tigers. I thought those were pineapples. I was looking at the tiny screen. I messed up.
So what this tells me, too,
you see the leaves? You see why that made me? Oh,
given
man.
that those are tigers and not gators,
yeah,
that means that earlier the lie was the tiger mod, which means
no.
that I couldn't graduate high school in Florida because I didn't beat a gator.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, if you're just joining now, it was Kazuya. No,
the 2-hour throwback.
Yeah, Kazumi has she has a gator that she uses instead of a tiger when she uses her uppercuts and sends an animal to attack you. But it's gonna be right into the tiger's den here, King of the Jungle. We're gonna see if the King of the Jungle on the shirt can take down Kami. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult. This is where it's do or die. You play some of the best Street Fighter you can, because when the tension's on, adrenaline's pumping. It's hard. It's hard out there. I think when I was playing, I had this little heart rate monitor on my wrist for my smartwatch. My heart rate got up to 160 beats per minute.
I mean,
that's more than when I'm working out.
Do you? I mean, do you like need medication or something? That doesn't
No.
seem for playing. That doesn't seem normal.
Dude, I'm amped up.
You're amped up.
Ready
You're
to
that
go.
Excited?
Yeah, I'm amped up
You
for
must
this
have been-
last match.
Absolutely, and it looks like another character that I've seen woefully little of this weekend, but I think is absolutely great this patch.
Oh, Rose?
Zenith on the Rose.
Dude, there's something in the water in SoCal. We've got way too many roses. I'm pretty sure they're having the rose water. They go to whatever boba shop they can get.
Must have been.
Must have been, yeah. It's kind of wild, but you would love to see the Rose, especially after the changes. She got everything she needed to be successful. Sadly, you know, all that rose water didn't help us beat the Midwest, but you know, I had to give it to you. I had to give it to you the last time. You know, you got us.
Yeah, I mean, I got no skin in that game. But,
I know, that's fair.
You know,
doesn't matter. You got no. It doesn't matter. You know, whatever.
I was just there for a good show.
Nah, you claim them. I think so.
You think so?
You're not West
You think
Coast.
you're in my head?
Maybe.
You think so?
Yeah.
We're breaking down the barriers. You were downloading the players, now you're downloading me.
Exactly. All right, that hurt. All right, I was
Jake Ryan singularity.
I literally had the picture ready. I was like, they had us in the first half. Like that.
Not gonna lie.
We had you in the first half, but it did not matter. And the first half is over of the tournament. We are definitely in the back end of the tournament. Kami versus Zenith, gonna be a last match.
We already see one thing that I wanted to highlight. What we saw from Kami earlier, one of the things that it doesn't seem that he has is those low forward confirms. So much of the game is built around standing strong in the target combos, and seeing that low forward hit with no follow-up after is gonna leave stuff on the table. That's one of the things that makes Luke really strong.
Yeah, you have to be able to get those confirms on that strong button right now, but looking strong in this pressure sequence. And again, Soul Spiral, get me out of there. Activation Station, yeah, the cloth hurts, man. Oh, and the EXD,
I didn't
get
care
off
at all.
me, but the challenge with the shorts into the teleport.
Yeah, just using the teleport to reposition. Oh, the late cross up that time. Mance had a second teleport. I was all ready to be like, yeah, we're just repositioning. It doesn't matter. We don't actually need the mix.
No chance. From left to right, from coast to coast, able to make it happen. You have to be watching the resources at all times. And the fact that Rose gets that off of the 2-bar V-trigger feels pretty good. feels pretty good. You get to more liberally utilize those resources. Maybe a V reversal here or there.
Ooh, the Soul Punish actually trading favorably with the regular Sand Blaster.
This is oppression right here. Everything is coming up Rose. Zenith, oh man.
That throw range is crazy. It did not look like Rose should have been able to throw from that range. Another pixel of walking forward, perhaps. Kami finding that target combo into the V-trigger activation, pressing over into the corner here. Nice shimmy, works out there. Zenith caught reaching.
Yeah, any mistake right here. Oh yeah, had to tech the throw, did not want to take that opportunity. But this activation afterwards and the walk under side switch. You have to deal with the teleport, but the throw is coming out. There's too much mental stack. How do you deal with this? The whip normal in the sky. If you confirm this optimally, you could potentially kill. Not enough, one more interaction.
Didn't have the bar, but we closed it out. What's wild is that jump strong was definitely supposed to be Tiger Knee Fireball immediately into cross-up teleport, which would have killed.
Yep, that would have made the difference right there, but we're going to see a different reality right now. Big jump in, but no confirm afterwards. And now Zenith is the one on the back burner. Good punish, easy target combo. Nice, again, the beast skill is so good. That pullback right there, that's how I hit the punching bag into Bailey land.
Anything will do it. Wow, actually Zenith with the presence of mind to hit low forward through the shimmy. V-shift back from Kami, just wants to stabilize the matchup.
Oh, whoa! Was that a misinput, or did you just believe the jump?
I think maybe believed.
Oh my god, yep. Oh!
Layers and layers!
I did not expect that to happen. That was a sick interaction.
You know, ready for the Hamon. This is the most JoJo's matchup this game is possible of producing.
Oh, 100%. The jump in right there, not able to connect, and now, yup, you cannot escape a crossing fate with the Sand Blaster. One game on the board for the side of Kami. The first game, Zenith looked like he was in control in the beginning, but Kami with the patience and really utilizing the tools that Luke has. And even though there was a interesting V-shift, it didn't matter. It did not shift the pace of the match.
I wish that Zenith would feel more confident with the zoning game, because once the zoning game started in that one round, it worked.
It was so hard. Everything lined up. The stars aligned.
And that is one of the things that Rose can do very effectively against Luke. Luke is really forced to do exactly what Kami is doing here, which is to play that range 0 game. Wow. Okay, we find the whiff punish. I guess we prefer that to the jump.
Yeah, preferring it to the jump is what we're going to see here. And
believe that the
what a whip punish right there on the standing heavy kick too. My god, and now you're locked down. This is looking grim for the side of Zenith. Fighting back, finally feature activation. You have to get these mix-ups switched up, because right now the mental stack is too much, and that is a big jump punish. Kami on match point for the last game to qualify for top 16.
This is looking really hard for Zenith. Zenith seems to have control of the matchup being slipped away. All right, we have to start here off of that anti-air EX Soul Punish to try to get started. Goes for the shimmy, but no bite. Kami completely content to just walk back. We're starting the zoning game now. But a nice jab check from Kami.
Oh, the shimmy, but no confirm. It's because the jump came out, so not his fault. Kami, I mean, we saw that happening earlier as well with some confirms, with some whiff DPs, but happens to the best of us. We are definitely rushing down right now. How is this going to
go? Ooh, my god. And the EX Soul Spiral gets blocked. Kami drops the combo, but oh wow, gets away. Zenith didn't commit to an air button on jumping the EX Sand Blaster. Kami has the pressure ready. No DP representation as Zenith jumps out of the corner again. Zenith is going to be trying to play for trigger activation. Just has it. You're forced to block.
Yep, good blocks right there on the cross-up. Dealing with it well, but the fireball connects into the knockdown. Good tech on the throw. This is so close health-wise. Meter on the side of Kami can even this up real quick, but
nice
Zenith can play as patient as they want, and the throw doesn't kill. This is going to be so close.
What was that? That was early. Was that supposed to be another Tiger Knee Fireball?
It might have been.
It might have been. Getting?
Yep. Looks like it. These jumps are very unexpected, and I think it's catching Kami off guard as well. And we might get caught off guard shortly, as this is potentially going to a final game.
Oh my god.
Zenith fighting back, but the V-skill that's not the time.
That Soul Punish went absolutely nowhere. That was all the way. Punished for the Soul Punish. You are stuck in the corner now trying to deal with this, representing that crouching strong.
Big whip.
Smoked out.
Yeah, the smoke's out right now. The bees can't stay in the hive. One more touch will leave the stun. Nice, trying to frame trap, and one more will do it. The cross-up gets blocked, but the shorts are just enough. He does not come shorts. He comes up just good enough with the perfect 7 gold letters. I say that's a pretty good finish for Kami. Sadly, one man stays on and one man goes home, and Kami is our victor right there. Moving on to top 16, Brad.
Yeah, what a great call for the low short checks.
Yep.
It's a spot where, I mean, when you're playing for game, it's obviously different because the risk reward for everything is you win if you get it right.
That's right.
But in that spot, it's easy to default to when is the back throw coming.
Exactly.
So going for those low short ticks for the frame trap, catching out Zenith. And I also have to say, I feel like Zenith seemed less and less comfortable with the matchup as the game went on.
Yep. And that's something that's really hard to adjust to. Like, you have to stay confident. You have to stay consistent for the entire set. Otherwise, your opponent will cannibalize that. It's just, especially with how many tournaments Kami's entered, I'm pretty sure the same thing for Zenith, like playing a ton of Street Fighter. You have to be able to have that, because the moment, if these players aren't in the same level and one of you slips, it's over. It's hard to get back up that hill. Yeah. And these players have a even bigger hill to climb in the loser side and winner's side that'll be coming up shortly. So I wanted to thank you all for watching once again at Data FGC CEO 2022 Street Fighter V. It has been fantastic, and we have even more. St. Cola and Ultra David are going to be taking the place of us pretty soon. So you're going to have bars on bars and all the knowledge in the business. Brad, once again, so happy to commentate with you, man.
It's a pleasure. I'm glad that we got the chance to do it. I'm glad that all of you tuned in and watched with us. What a top 48. We've still got top 16 to go. So much Street Fighter. So make sure you keep it locked right here, because we're coming back at you after just a quick break as we swap over.
We've had a lot of matches so far in Street Fighter V, but there are still yet to come many more. We have 16 players remaining. We've got to find out just who's going to be in that final top 8. That's what we're about to settle. My name's Ultra David. With me is this fella, Sankola. How you feeling?
I'm feeling super excited because we've seen a lot of great action. In the pools, definitely seen some blow-ups. Just a kid had earlier lost to Itachislegacy and then went down to KUDO. KUDO making his way through loser side himself after losing to Hermes in a very different sort of match than I've seen, but we're going to see some ridiculous matches coming up. Top 16 going all the way to top 8, baby. We'll have the finals tomorrow on Sunday.
Let's talk about who's in here. Already a couple players are lined up. We'll see if we head over there. But let's talk about who's in. Docta Afrikan has made it past both Justin Wong and Mono before that. The previous champion of this event. He sent down both of those fellas. Shine, as you can see, is his opponent. There you go. Those are the two right there. MenaRD will play against SMUG. Itachislegacy will play against iDom. These are all to make top 8 winners. And then Caba versus Punk as well. Again, top 8 winners, all of those. To get into the top 8. In loser's side, Brian F. will play against danslip. Louis Man will play against KUDO. ChrisG will play against Kami. Dari Gaz will play against Mono. And then they have more work to do after that to see who finally gets top 8. But let's hop into this one. So like I said, Docta Afrikan made it past Mono and also Justin Wong. We've all known that Docta Afrikan's a really strong player for a long time. I'm excited for him to be up in this kind of situation. Shine's been in this kind of situation many times. And now we'll see which one of these two makes it into winner's top 8.
This is something big for Docta Afrikan. If you remember correctly, he got close to top 8. Wasn't able to kind of seal the deal, but I saw him say on Twitter, this time it's real. This time he's going to get in. But to fight someone like Shine, who he didn't want to when I was talking to him when he saw Shine and Louis Men fight, he was like, I would rather fight Louis Man.
Okay.
He'd rather deal with that character and that player. Because Shine has a repertoire of characters that maybe they don't beat Bison, but they give him trouble. A Buki from the skies, you know, Ace, Kunai, stuff like that. And also, if that happens to be the case where he loses, he goes over to Cody.
Okay, well, it's going to be Bison, of course, on Docta Afrikan's side. Shine, very patient so far as the Buki. Not many surprises here in Trigger or V-Skill. Docta Afrikan, I mean, when I think about him as a player, I think about a really good neutral game.
Nice and patient, well studied too. Studious. You don't really expect that from a lot of Bison players. And when it comes to defense too, defensive choices, actually what had led him to victory against Mana. So those small tendencies to stay solid in the matchups, why he's so much of a threat. Also a big content creator too as well. You know, check out his content, even his TikTok. Funny stuff, a lot of stuff you learn. Okay, V-Skill gets the knockdown.
Tried it out, nothing, and he's okay with that. Oh, well.
Explosion. Crouch communication gets a walk back like that. Docta Afrikan down back for the down back blocking.
Tried to scoot out there. You saw the beginning of scissors. Here's Shine.
Coming for the activation.
Saves the rest, and Shine's patient. Trigger's ready to go. Okay. Into, just gonna go for a combo. He's got mix up. It's blocked, of course. You mentioned the defense on Docta Afrikan's side.
So good. He's on the lead, but he can make the comeback with the quickness.
Yeah, check out that time on the clock. He's still got Trigger 2 active, and he went for it. Shine knew. Shine's gonna take the round.
Yes. On the other side of things, Shine also playing somewhat patient, but also aggressive at the same time. Not losing too much space up with this place. Not like losing that mid-range game. and keeping the pressure on Dr. Afrikan. Doesn't rush down. I love that from Shine. Took the first round.
There is definitely more activity here on Docta Afrikan's side. Before he had just been walking around. Here's Ready.
Hard to anti this character. Couch Fierce is so delayed. And then you got to worry about the EX, but the trade combo for Dr. Afrikan, that was super sick.
Is he there on whip? Oh man, Shine! And he has got a great chance of still getting another one.
Absolutely. Love that V-bar. And he consistently keep up the feet, but the Afrikan gets the meaty and the grip.
Sets it up. Oh, V-shift! There it is.
With the shimmy though!
V skill 2 coming into play.
That's such a good
You know
buff.
they buffed Bison in this season?
Okay,
Did
listen.
you know that?
Did they buff him? Yes. Were they drastic? Not really. If I'm being real, that B skill 2 buff is fantastic for him.
Yeah.
Because being able to build a
situational.
V-bar, he needs it though. He definitely needs a way to build a V-bar, and B skill 1 didn't allow him to do that. B skill 2 was so situational could actually knock him out of that.
Yeah.
So Alpha confirmed, not being able to build a V-bar is really good for him to.
I'm fine with it, yeah. To be clear, yeah.
Make it more fun, you know?
Ah. Little shimmy before that. He actually catches the dash. Ton of damage. The stun's wrapping up.
Something back dash. He had the idea to try to shimmy, you know, avoid that EXP, but it was too late on it.
Yeah, he needs a little bit more. Shine! Not gonna do it for him in that game. You know, the last time these guys played, it was at CEO. CEO 2021 in top 96. And Docta Afrikan took it 2-1. Little bit of history brought to you by FGCombo.com.
Shouts to them and all the data heads giving us that great action, that great information on the action, I should say. But
of course, Shine having gotten 5th place at Combo Breaker not long ago. 4th at Texas Showdown, if you recall. And Docta Afrikan was there too, where he got 7th.
I remember what Shine played in the matchup at CEO 2021. I'm not sure if it was Cody or if it was Ibuki, but he feels like this. Maybe Cody's not the pick. I do think that it's an even matchup, but maybe on a different sort of circumstance, different environment, it makes it harder to confirm, which is a big portion of what Cody's play is.
Yeah, just out of there. No overcommitment, jumping just in case there had been EX kunai from the sky. Shine threatening that a couple of times there. Yes, there it is finally.
It's the bar. That's a big win for Dr. Afrikan right here. Worry about the EX kunai locking him down to someone's own EX bar for some plus frames. Try to catch the back dash, may not pass.
I mean, there's no getting past that as he scooted all the way into the corner versus Shine.
This is so tense. Does get the crush on the board. Heavy kick, fantastic side switch.
Spending it, okay. Hold on, Docta Afrikan scooting in. He's got the life lead. Shine would love to get that last little bit. If he blocks even a little bit more, he does. He's got trigger now to get things going.
No, the kunai hits the flip out.
That's gonna do it. All he's got to do is get the combo. He does in time. 2 seconds left.
Well timed by Shine right there. Get the rider right after. Good stuff. And I like his awareness in these situations. With the clock up, this is master level gameplay right here. Not overextending to get the win. Being patient with the managing your resources right.
No cancel, Docta Afrikan. A little caution here and there. Oh, big whiff. Haven't seen that happen yet.
Let's space that out. There with punch was the all-saw right there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of recovery. So you mix up with the Fierce every so often. Down 4 Fierce. With a dash, with a kick.
Dashing in. Shine gives up on some V-meter, but right back into this pressure. Hold on, interrupted. Yes. EX bar is there, he backs off.
Trying to open down for a Fierce immediately reversal. I like that. But the light into EX, hard knockdown with the decision for Shine. Holds it, goes for the V-ship in the break.
What a catch, he knew.
The Afrikan get too antsy, trying to get something going on the phone with that V trigger.
And then blocking. Dash in and then block. But Shine got the grab and he takes game number 2.
Ibuki wins.
Really like Shine's Lakers in general. He's managing the bar a lot better, managing his kunai a lot better. And also, I feel like Dr. Afrikan on his side is getting a little too antsy. You see a lot more of these dashes. They've been proven time and time again that Shine will check those dashes.
That has been a big thorn in Dr. Afrikan's side for sure. Not just that, but in general, the movement that wow, nice, that Shine has with Ibuki is just so important.
The kunai finisher too. Like, I don't really see a lot of like Ibuki players spin kunai like that. It's a valuable resource to finishing out combos and stuff. Shine's going to use that to disrupt the rhythm and rhyme right here. Oh no, you in the corner, bro. Shine willing to back off, wait for that activation.
I mean, these are all plus frame options that he's ending with here, but Shine is just blocking it out. Slam down. Shine's defense coming into play, and he look at the perfect time he picks to get out of there.
That jab.
Just like that, Shine's got the EX. He backs off to a range where it's useful, but instead ready for anti-air.
For the lockdown overhead again. Good block from Dr. Afrikan's side, but no usage out of that V-bar. Nothing big. We haven't seen any sick combos and grips and things like that with the bomb. Shine jumps in, DP, one more hit for the situation. Put Shine on set point.
Very patient, even as he pressured there. And then Shine putting it into it. He's at match point. One round away from making winner's side top 8.
He's the one making Dr. Afrikan break down. As you point out, the movement, this movement that he's been utilizing. A lot of these options have made Dr. Afrikan be uncomfortable, so you see a lot of dashes.
Roundhouse? Wow.
And you have these big options that come out like the crush. Just get the rider right after, but he still has the quarter position.
No quick rise. Oh, that's gonna do it. Shine phasing through that grab with the overhead. He has made top 8 winners side.
Dr. Afrikan now out can still make that top 8 run and get it done if he goes to the shark pit, the loser side. I wouldn't want to do that if I was him, but still, the win goes to Shine. I love, as you point out, the movement, the spacing that he had, the kunai usage that he was, willing to spend instead of waiting for the unblockable, to see him unblockable that we usually see. So good stuff. Shine moving on the bracket, and moving on in terms of the bracket, there's going to be MenaRD versus SMUG.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, Menace looked like a menace today. Danslip, kept it closer, 2-1, but I really like what we're seeing out of Mena. I mean, SMUG's match versus Brian I thought was really interesting as well.
Yeah.
So that's the matchup that we're going to get, again, in winner's side. The other ones, Itachislegacy versus iDom.
Okay.
And Caba versus Punk. So I think it's going to be that Dr. Afrikan will go down and play the winner of ChrisG or Kami.
Oh. The reward going down to fight Luke.
Man, it's so cool to be at a major where, we have this moment of like top 32, well, 48 here is what it's called, to top 16 to top 8. Like, all that is just really fun. You look at the list of players who are always in those.
Yeah.
And it's just like such a big list of players that I love seeing, all the little results and where it goes. As the player, it's really nerve-wracking, but from our perspective, just being able to watch it, it's a blast. Thank you very much. It's something that I missed. No doubt.
A lot. It's been great to watch people on the floor and then have to avoid that eye contact when they do lose.
Yes.
When they're home, you're like,
yeah, you just let them be.
Yeah, you give them the 5 minutes. You just, hey, it's okay. We'll talk later. We'll talk later, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Don't go up and get pictures. If somebody loses, do not go up and get pictures, please. Don't do that. That's common courtesy. But also, one of those things that we don't get to see in a lot of the CPTs and stuff like that. We usually only show top 16 up because it's hard to show everything, right?
Right.
And if a person doesn't stream, then you don't get to see them. You maybe don't get to see your favorite player, if they don't make it to the top 16, like what happened.
Right.
Here, you get to see a lot of those elements either on the floor or on the stream right now.
Indeed. Mena's on the right side. SMUG on the left. That's the 2-player side.
Man, MenaRD, I saw him pick out the birdie. I have not seen him pick out that character. I thought that was DLC. Dang. He is a man of many characters. Birdie, Luke, Sakura. Picking the right tool for the right job, whether it's for the character or the player.
Yeah, that's been him for quite a few years now. Of course, he made his name most with Birdie initially, but then since then, I mean, yeah, we've seen him on those, as you mentioned, but also Cammy's been a big part of that over the years as well.
That's true.
How dare you?
Yeah. The fadeaway transition happened right when it happened. Yeah, you can't clip that one. Sorry, Smug. Can't clip that one.
Mena coming off that top 8 at Combo Breaker. He got 7th there.
Very respectable placement considering all the people that were out there. All the hungry cats that came through for Combo Breaker. Smug. Talking about a lot of characters. I mean, he got the Balrog. He got the G if need be. Every so often he dabbles in Sagat, but right now, it's all about that roggery.
Yeah, serious time.
Yeah, no time for content. Time for concussions.
Round 1.
I don't know how this matchup goes. I feel like a lot of Balrog players were happy about this matchup, like when things started with Luke. But I think it's since kind of petered up to like a 5-5.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it too many times, but that makes sense. Just thinking about the various pools that they have. Oh, yeah, Smug's gonna capitalize. Already there. 3-bar trigger already. Oh!
In the whiff, EXTP to get some distance up the space in place. Off the medium, just the activation. Already with the sides, which I like that. Get that position in. That's real good. And the shots, letting them rock.
Round 2. Fight.
Well, you think of Rog as a bully oftentimes, but man, the way that Mena played that round was much more like Luke having control. What a block! Smug capitalizing. He's a grab or a hit away, going for grab from getting the stun, but Mena's out.
Very important tech right there. Again, another side switch in the VCO situation.
Okay.
Yeah, what a challenge from Smug. And you see Smug getting a lot more aggressive, not letting the fireballs rock and the shots rock, and also waiting and baiting, putting a little bit of that stutter steps in the middle of his normals, let the DP go. MenaRD is willing to let that DP rip.
And of course taking his turn a little bit there. Hey!
Second time.
Oh, what a challenge. Okay, EX low finally works out. It's gone to it 3 times. Too far.
Combo on the mark. Right at the bottom, one more touch for MenaRD and the Super will seal it for this round.
Hey! He's gonna need a little bit more. That was enough!
Wow!
By a pixel, surely that was enough. Smug in game number 1.
Even Mena kind of rear back like that. He scratched the back of his head like, oh. A little shocked with that one, but Smug getting it done. Getting a little bit more aggressive, putting the wall buttons before MenaRD can. And I like that he's using a lot of the EX rush punch low just to catch the walk back from MenaRD. Sees that he's caught standing, so Mena gotta watch them toes, bro. Block low.
Hard to block low and also be walking around actively, which of course was what Mena wants. But Smug has been making him think
Round
twice.
1. Fight.
Yeah. Smug dipping in. And he's late on the anti-air. I feel like I saw the startup of it.
Yeah. Medium brainless right there could have came through. Smug not letting up on the pressure, but EX knockdown from MenaRD. Again, the EX low.
Yeah,
It's so
again,
hard.
MenaRD wanted to walk backwards. No. Smug also about to get triggered. There it is, ready to go. There's no EX on Mena's side.
This is like crouching kick in the fireball. Make sure that's nice and safe. Less punishable.
Yeah, that could have been huge. No EX again. Smug's gonna come in. It's not his turn. He tried to take it anyway, but Mena knew.
Set point Mena calming down a bit. Don't let the EXTPs rip.
We have seen Mena play boxer as well, by the way.
He knows his matchup.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
does
he's
have
played
Brian-
against.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's played against many of the DR boxers out there.
Yeah, they
so.
got great players down there.
Oh, fantastic. Nothing new to him. What a light buffer. Exchange. The activation, of course, MenaRD.
Well, just like that, finding the corner. These individual hits are really adding up. SMUG away, hold on,
wow.
Mena. No. Okay, Mena fights in anyway. Slowly working on super as well.
Back it down. Full screen. Wow. SMUG's timing for the X dash punch to land. Yo, I'm a fan. SMUG, MenaRD, set point. Winner's side of things to move on to top 8. This would be so big for SMUG. We haven't seen him in the top 8 in a while in an offline, offline tournament. Obviously, they're not been a lot, but when he's come through, it hasn't been that top spot.
Not looking great for him there. However, he's out of the corner. Again, he catches Mena trying to move.
The crush to pick up the upper.
The
Like
near
a downer.
stun. Okay, Mena busts out. He's right. The DR crowd. We can hear him from here. They're in.
Every hit, every grab, everything that's landed. The DR crowd's going wild.
The activation. SMUG's got half of it still. Mena maybe just trying to hold on until then. What a whiff punish.
So walk back. So this time blocked by MenaRD. He's in the corner. You have to call corner. The shots rock. So that's where B-bar.
Oh, this is a punish. Yes. Mena is going to take it, and he evens it up 1-1. And I don't know if you at home can hear, but in here, the DR crowd is loud.
Man, that is what I've missed so much about these tournaments. That human element, that heat, that fire, that passion that y'all can feel from your own family coming out here.
That's right.
The country people.
SMUG is doing his best right there to settle himself down, and maybe why we're going back to character select here.
He's had the right idea. He has the right idea in terms of timings. It's just a few errors here and there, and that momentum shifts right over to MenaRD.
Well, think about how close it was to just already being a 2-0 by SMUG. He was very close to that. He doesn't need to make too many changes here.
That's true.
Ready for a fight.
Right back to the same loadout, which is what you should expect versus Luke, of course.
Yeah, not a matter of the loadout. All the matter of the, just making sure all the hits land against the man. Making sure that you find those whip punches, that you keep things solid. Parts about Luke that's quote-unquote difficult is making sure that you have those optimal combos. ChrisGC is definitely judging.
Wow. Look at this. What a bully round, and that's maybe the end of the round.
Oh,
he's going to get an EX on this. Yeah, for sure.
Charge. EX.
Didn't even need it.
Don't even need it for the perfect.
Yeah.
Yo, we talk about being optimal. MenaRD's got those, and he's now on set point. I misspoke earlier, my bad, but now MenaRD is definitely on that path to moving on that bracket. Top 8 side.
Starting out very similarly. However, SMUG stabbing out as he has with that EX low. Not there on the whip punish, but Mena had the same idea, spacing trap almost. He's got the corner.
Let me take meaty with it, the throw. Stuns rising.
Too early.
Like to stay alive, but that's enough to do it. The super to seal it. MenaRD taking it over SMUG with that Luke. Buddy don't need Luke, I'll tell you. But he'll use Luke. And he'll use Luke at the highest level.
Oh, yeah. So interesting to think about how just a couple of minutes ago, it was almost 2-0 SMUG. It was very close to that happening, and instead Mena fought back very well. He made some changes in his gameplay. He noticed some things. He noticed that he needed the bully and make sure you get the corner. I mean,
-4 light, don't matter though. You take back the turn. That's the good thing about fighting games. Also about Street Fighter is that even though you might be minus, if they think that you're not going to take back the turn, or that's the mind game.
Absolutely right.
That's absolutely part of it. So that wall Z style that he's always had, simplified with the character and making the magic happen. Moving on to the bracket over SMUG, so we'll have his chance in the loser side. But right now, we're not going to deny you any more action. Itachislegacy, who has a big upset against Jessica, I would say, personally. Looking to get that top 8 spot. It'd be a very big one out here at CEO. Going up against iDomination.
Yeah, that's a tough drop for anybody, of course, as iDom, having looked, so good already. And Itachislegacy, we saw the Blanca, we saw the Ibuki as well. And already for iDom, we've seen a couple of characters. He actually went with G at the beginning of the pools.
Yes, yes, I saw that.
And he lost, and he switched right over to Laura, and that was that. But yeah, he was, you know, that's a character that I've seen him play before.
Right, right. I definitely talked to him after that. He was like, I just want to have fun. I'm like, yeah, it's not so much fun when you're getting rushed down and you don't really have defensive options and stuff like that. We're not putting people in infinite strings with poison, or you're mixing them with Laura, you know. G's still good, don't get me wrong, but there's a time and place for fun. Now it's business.
No fun.
Winning is fun, though.
Winning is awesome. Absolutely.
But though, shout out to Itachislegacy. He used to commentate a lot of the juicy locals online. You see him win, if not top 3, top 2 consistently. Online locals, he has been in top 8 consistently as well when he does play. One of those cats that I believe that he is master. I could be wrong. Y'all can correct me. Or grandmaster, but I don't know if the rank really reflects that, because he plays, as you can see, pretty strong. We take down someone like Just a Kid and move onto the winner side in totality. So, will this be the stopping point? iDom, this is kind of a big hill to climb. You know, the Capcom Cup champion, reigning for however many decades it's going to be reigning for.
Yeah. And more recently, first place at Combo Breaker.
Yeah.
He goes right to the Laura here. But where will Itachislegacy go? It looks like the Ibuki's a consideration. Okay. Yeah, I mean, after all, when he played Blanca before and lost, he then went to Ibuki.
Right. It seems like the main bay right now. V-Trigger 2, Ibuki. Okay. See what it do. V-Trigger 1 obviously not as good, but, you know, V-Trigger 2, I've seen him use V-Trigger 1 every so often, but looks like he's sticking with this. iDom, a man that enjoys his fighting games.
He does.
He really likes Street Fighter V. He plays it on stream, he'll play anybody, it seems like. So it's someone like, usually I'm going to play, I'm like, you have not played an Ibuki in a long time. There's no way you've played an Ibuki unless you're looking for matches or whatever. Someone like iDom that plays rank consistently, and able to draw how to fight a character, like,
hey, they're not going to allow this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not so ready to play the match because the stage is not the wave.
In talking with Brad M about this a little bit, his take was that Itachislegacy was very focused on building V-meter. And he was very focused on making sure that at all times he could use V-skill, which makes sense, you know? No doubt about that. He was getting 2 V-triggers around pretty frequently. But, you know, I guess we'll see whether that's also doable versus iDom. The thing that just stands out to me, well, everything really, but iDom's spacing with Laura is just fantastic. He is exactly where that character needs to be so often.
Very well punishable could come through. See what it do. You know, might be very surprising. Either School Night probably going to be a big pain point for the jump-in mix-up situation that Itachislegacy can put on. So that, coupled with the V-trigger, might pose a threat to iDom.
Oh, so far, lots of control by iDom. Not overextending at all. Stabs forward. Okay, it's already begun. iDom's already got the corner. That said, Trigger's already ready to go as well for Itachislegacy if he gets the chance. He may not. iDom's in.
Get to it. I'll define the activation on the crouching unit kick or any hit, but close to doing his iDom. Sunset Will might be the last sunset. You see the whip punish that we talked about before. That's what's in store. When you fight someone like the machine that is iDomination, it's difficult. You want to start V-trigger. You want to start using your certain tools, but have recovery. Be so ready and steady. That's iDom.
And you can get the sense already that Itachislegacy is almost frozen by some of these interactions. Okay, he jumps out, he flies out, and he's back to neutral. The question is to what end? As iDom already begins to move forward. Chase combo on trade!
Definitely in the favor of iDom. Looking for an open EX. XCP though from Itachislegacy.
Oh, and iDom not dissuaded at all. The wake up button, he's right back in there. Okay, definitely more activity on Itachislegacy's side.
That confidence. I think that's confidence. Like, okay, I can do this. I'm getting these hits I can win.
Oh,
wow.
He can bleed.
He can bleed. Even God can bleed. iDom. Waking up with EX short tackle, maybe sniffing out a button over a reversal like that. You have V bar at the bottom. I know you hate V reversal, V break. You hate all that iDom, but you have to use those mechanics, my bro. You gotta use those.
Way out of there again. Yeah, I think Itachislegacy learned an important lesson. Definitely look how much more active he is. He's right.
Way to play the back dash. He'll counter hit combo though.
Here it comes.
What's the mix?
Where's he going?
Stays in front for the throw. Itachislegacy.
Trying to steal turn versus iDom. Okay, here he comes. He's starting it off. Oh, yeah. Oh, what a chase! Let it go! Oh, no.
Again. My God. Trying to let the kunai rip. But iDom was so ready with it. The medium caught him coming in.
Was that really? Yeah, he's shaking his head. Yeah, I mean, he had EX if he wanted to do EX regular kunai.
Maybe that was the play.
I don't know, man.
Well, either.
Big head shake. iDom always there to capitalize when he gets the chance.
If you are Itachislegacy, you got to let that roll off, bro.
Yeah.
You saw him bleed. You know you can do it. You know you can win. You know it's a possibility. No player is infallible. Every player loses. This could be your day to play, bro. And move on to top 8. Top 8 at CEO.
Back dashing there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's plus. Instant, not too much iDom's there.
The elbow counter hit. Caught him press the button. Side switch from the back door.
Hey. Okay, great. Yeah, he's gone for grab a couple of times. Here we go. Is this stun?
Yes. Is it done? This scaling.
Yeah, he's gonna, but at least he's at a grab. iDom knew it.
How did he know? Activation from iDom. EX Fireball. Get that last hit. In the low, my God, iDom. How is he able to stay so solid in the one-touch situation to tech at the right time? iDom. But he can do it. Itachislegacy, it's possible. It's possible. You gotta realize that. Go with flow with it.
Could be the beginning for him. A little too early on the grab. iDom's there.
The crush.
Oh, yeah.
I thought this is a catch-up button. He's been using it quite a bit.
Still moving in.
Ooh, and the fadeaway in play. Itachislegacy staying off that set point for a little bit longer. iDom with a full bar to cook with.
Really?
Wow. It was real difficult to hit the medium to anti right there, and I like that he's going for these awkward angles that lets Laura whiff.
A little bit too far for that to work out, but Itachislegacy's looking great. He's got the corner. He just jumps in, maybe with the threat of EX kunai implied. Looking for the escape rather than command grab. Finally command grab here. Dashing in. Look at the bravery of iDom. He's sensing it.
Definitely taking the command grab over what could have come through V reversal offensive style.
Yeah, he's definitely getting the sense that it's time to close out. Hold on. Itachislegacy.
Ooh, he did nothing. The no mix-up get hit from the back door.
Oh!
EX again. That's a bad situation. iDom faltering. What do you do now, David? You switch the poison? You stick it out with Laura?
I think he's... I mean, I would be surprised if he switched. I think instead it's going to be more how he plays Laura. Not that I think it'd be a bad idea to go to poison. I don't know if it's ever a bad idea to go to poison, but he is right back to Laura.
Ride or die with the main character. iDom's most hated thing in the game. B shifts out of danger.
Yeah.
Caught affliction. Two on the arm.
Really interesting not doing any quick get up there. Itachislegacy makes it on a big time. The confirm comes from iDom. He's hoping to see movement. When he did not, he knew it was time to strike with the grab. Dashing in. Oh, it's iDom on match point.
Where's that activity we saw from Itachislegacy? Where's that movement, movement, the buttons that he had, that bravery behind them? You're so close to the finish line. Just that final push. Some of it with the EXTP.
Man, I love his usage of that in this set.
Knowing that, heavy punch bolt would not catch at the right range, you might actually come down and get punished for it. Forcing iDom to respect it.
iDom starting out the Thunderbolt, stabbing in, walked away just a little bit. iDom will find the meeting. Yo, he chased it, he knew! iDom's here now, so smelling blood, it's not over yet.
Throw. iDom with the anti-air. The side switch D-trigger. It's time to party. What's in your wallet? Give me your receipt! Give me it all! You're gonna fall down to losers. iDom back in business as the machine of domination, but not for nothing. The machine can't bleed. Itachislegacy, if they just had that confidence a little bit more. Obviously, there's more things to put together, but for me, it's the confidence, the blowback. Like, as soon as iDom took that first round, just not being able to have the ability to heavy kick, have that heavy kick that he would stick out there, the EXTPs, the dashes and things like that. Like, it wasn't coming back from how he had felt in that previous game that he won.
The Caribbean had a great showing at Combo Breaker. And it could have been that in this top 8 we're going to have tomorrow, that winner's side could have been 3 Dominican players.
Yo, showing out.
It's not going to be 3. It will at least be 1 because Mena's already in there. But it could still be 2 because coming up next is going to be Bandits Caba versus Panda Punk.
I think the Caribbean definitely deserves that placement in when we make these top 10 lists and things like that. They definitely deserve. They've already deserved
the country of the Dominican Republic is one of the best countries, let alone the entire region of the Caribbean, for sure.
Multiple games. So if you don't have any top 10 lists of Street Fighter V, you gotta redo that. Caba versus Punk. This one is going to be a bang. This is what I've wanted to see for a long time. When it comes to Caba's performance, how he played against iDom, I was like, this is how Guile, I think, should be played this season. Is it perfected? No. Is it the idea of how Guile should be played with forward momentum, with movement, with the normals and things like that, confident with the normals, using close range boom pressure and stuff? I think that's the key. I think that's the key with Guile this season. And for good reason. Like, you saw a lot of booms, you're giving them more meter and stuff like that. That's kind of the nerf. So Capcom has decided to push people to use more of his fantastic long limbs.
He does have good buttons.
He does have very, very good buttons.
Earlier, actually, he played G on stream when he was playing in pools. But yeah, I'm looking for Guile here as well.
Especially when you have someone like Punk who plays damn near every character in the cast.
Right.
Really what he feels like playing and what he feels like the job gets done also for like per person too. Seeing him play Ken against someone like Pokey when he won Frosty Foss to get the job done. After the Rose was not the way, set the losers. Seeing him switch around with Akira. If you watch the stream, it's like damn near random select. So that knowledge also helps him out as a player. He's going with the Ken Masters.
Of course, as we said earlier, iDom took first at Combo Breaker. It was Caba second. It was Mono third. Then you had ChrisGG, Filipino Man Shine, and Up to Snuff, and MenaRD as well, showing up big time. You know who got outside of that top 8?
Who's that?
That would be Panda Punk, who got 9th. A very uncharacteristic 9th at Combo Breaker. Only for him would be something to be of note even at all. As he comes in here, still one of the favorites, no doubt about it, but a very close one I'm sure we'll have. It's Guile and Ken.
Cross round, start off the heavy kick. Put him in the corner. This is where Ken just loves to throw. That's some of the best corner pressure in the business. Best way to carry you there too as well. The mediums are fantastic. Heavy kick, also speed triggers. When he's got that, can't throw on a damn boom. The punish though. Caba gets some distance.
Yeah. Oh no. Yes. Challenge comes from Punk. He's maintaining the corner. Okay, Caba busting out. And now he's got to be a little careful about how he brings out booms and where, because that trigger 2 for Punk is there. He got baited.
That's what Caba's looking for. The classic whip a button, So do something. And the punish. So sweep off the feet against the heavy kick. The 7th frame with the quickness. Man, Caba. That's a
Beautiful. I love Punk walking away a little bit first. He's got right back into the corner.
Give him so much space up in this place. Big jump in. That's the win with the stun.
That back that she did right before that, it was just outside of where Caba could then easily do something like sweep activate, right? So then Caba's thinking, okay, well, I got to do something else. It's time to maybe take up space with booms, etc. Punk comes in for the jump right after that. Beautiful strategy.
Punk is blocking. Crush again. We done solved the situation. EXDP spent so much more for that corner carry. Wow. Normal DP.
A little too far for that, but Caba still putting up the wall decently. However, Punk's in, and he only needs a grab, a hit, anything's gonna do it. Game number 1 goes to Punk.
Clinical right here. Caba, still a threat, but the way that Punk is playing, like, we see him back up a bit, as you have pointed out, avoiding activation, changing Caba's mind all the time, like, dang, I really want to activate, now I gotta do a different option. Punk is lulling you into doing that, and now we see a possible switch. Going back to the character select, maybe to calm it down a bit. I don't think G would be the way, though. I really don't think G is the play. I think it's not a matter of a character. I think Gal does okay this match. Maybe I don't think wins. Possibly 5-5, not sure, but I do think that G is not the way. One good knockdown and it's over. That's the end of the round. Having to spin D-bar for defense, but he is going with it. Ride or die with the G.
Why, thanks. I am the world president.
Of course, he did play G a little bit in Combo Breaker, too. Not like this is a new thing for him. But yeah, he is putting a lot of weight on G's back.
It's been 2 games straight. It is, you know, I say this, but what's on paper doesn't always happen in a match like that. We did see him defeat Kami, and I think that Luke is a fantastic matchup for G. Many knockdown situations that come from the character from full screen, so you don't get to access your win condition as much as possible. Caba just a person of buttons. Well, place up the lights and things like that. I think he can maneuver around this, but it's still going to be difficult.
Yeah, he's definitely getting moved slowly and inexorably towards the corner. Not so slowly anymore. He's fully there. Punk right up close. Doesn't need to worry about EX flash kick against this character. He is harassing. Yeah, try to button instead. Caba's in. Coast to coast. Oh,
to the 3 frame. Yeah, we waking up with 5 with OP's only problem. The X-Tatsu, not enough to kill. One more hit will, trying to get the overhead with it. DP at that distance.
Am I watching Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo? What was that? DP and Footsies came out to play its match point, Punk.
You good, Punk? You also different energy. Careful, Caba. Man's dangerous. Trying to find an opening, anything. The crush, though. Interrupting the fireball. Corner carry again. And if you're G, you have to spin D-bar. You only got a 4 frame. That may not even happen.
Again, it's going to be grab or hit for the stun, a.k.a. for the end of the match. It's not enough. Not for stun. Oh, Caba lives temporarily. At least he's got maybe pressure.
Wake Up Super is actually the play. Punk with the most disrespectful kill. It will. Punk waking up Super to send Caba down in the losers. Wow. He could have woke up EXP.
He could have.
He could have did something safe, save a little bit of bar.
You know, but if you're going to take a risk in that case, why not have the payoff be you win the match? If it was going to be EXDP, payoff's not win the match. The payoff is, okay, you know, I'm out of this situation,
right?
But it's not over.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You know, have it be win the whole thing. So I think that was a great choice. If that's going to be your choice, that's the thing it should be, right? If that's your, hey, look, Punk moving into the top 8. As I said, very uncharacteristic of him to not make top 8.
That's true.
At a major, as stacked as it is. But you guys know the pedigree of this player. He is going to be in winner's side top 8. That means at least 5th. Worst case is 5th tomorrow. That's not what he wants, of course. So Caba goes on the loser's side, and the rest of the matches that we're going to have are going to be in loser's side. We're going to start off with one of them shortly, but let's just talk about who we have down there. So Brian F will play against danslip. Louis Man will play against KUDO. That's where we're going to go just next.
Nice.
ChrisG versus Kami. And Darigaz, Strong Gill I was watching earlier, versus Mono. Winner of that will play against SMUG. We'll talk about some of the other winners when it comes to that. But yeah, let's talk about this next one. Louis Man, to keep in line with the Dominican players, each of the last 4 matches has been one of them ready to try to move on. Louis Man, one of the best as well of that crew. Killer Dawson will go up against KUDO.
I did not know who Louis Man was. Like I've seen pictures of him on Twitter. Talked on Twitter a little bit. And the way that I knew who he was when he came up to me, he said, just zoning. It's just zoning, bro. And I was like, oh, you're the sim player. Get out of my face. Get out of my. But he is a very good sim player.
Oh, yeah.
He is a very fantastically aggressive sim player, but he has been able to utilize all the parts of sim, V-Trigger 2, V-Trigger 1, all the V-skills and things like that to very high levels, and I really like his versatility with that character. On the other hand, KUDO is one of these cats that came from Japan after playing in Street Fighter League in 2020, and has come out here for a year to play Street Fighter and basically take everybody's lunch money.
Yeah. Well, that combo breaker, it wasn't quite the result he was hoping for. When he was out there, he ended up getting 17th. So he's already beyond that.
Right.
We're here in top 16, but of course, as we've always mentioned, that is not where he wants to end up.
Definitely would like a lot more. And after his loss to Hermes, I talked to him, and he was like, all right, I got to be a little bit more situated. I got to be like a little bit more, I guess, on notice, I guess the best way to put it is, on what the options that people are presenting. And he went on to defeat Just a Kid and many other players in this bracket, which is kind of a clinching set right there. Just a Kid who just came off a win off of CQT. But KUDO, he can get a little disrespectful. I like his play. It's very honest, and he's bursts of just disrespectability. Like he did wake up light kick to delete the medium kick of Just a Kid to steal it and win.
Interesting.
Risky option, but he knew the interaction. But for him to do that, he could have got meaty, could have got smoke for it. It's just those bursts that you're not expecting after all that solid play that he puts on.
In his losers run here, post pools, not just a Kid is he beaten, but Team Chris and Justin Wong as well.
Oh yeah, he did beat Justin Wong.
He did. That was the match right before this. 2-0.
Dang, he made content on Justin Wong. That's crazy. That's wild.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, see how this operates right here. KUDO, Louis Man. Is he ready for the sim? He's played probably Art a million times, but
yeah,
Louis Man is something different. I think the template of normal is definitely different when it comes to Louis Man.
They do have different styles. I agree with that. One of the things about Dawson is that he's just got so much stuff going on that you can play him in a bunch of different ways. So I feel like all the sims have pretty unique little looks. Okay, air grab. Quite a solution. Hazanshu comes in.
Counter situation. Corner carry. EX legs. Gets off the medium legs. Gets a knockdown and extension. That's the stun. Got for the smoke stun fun.
Woo. Grab or not? Oh, into nothing though. Underneath, Louis Man still very much alive.
EX legs. That EX spinning bird kick, I should say. Man, what an option to cover the teleport. Knew was coming through. Like as soon as he saw the blink, it was over.
Louis Man hoping to see KUDO, make some kind of commitment. As you can see, you can just kind of stab under if she throws a fireball. If she jumps from a certain range, pretty easy to anti-air as Dawson. So for Chun in this matchup, there's a range where she wants to stand. That nevertheless can be a really strong spot for her in the Dawson match, but you got to know that spot. KUDO so far is doing a great job of being there.
He's still definitely helping out with that. The timing, he's getting the counter hit. It's been fantastic for him. Getting that V-bar built up and putting Louis Man in the corner, waking up with base god Agni.
Yeah,
What's the throw?
Waltz up, and that's going to do it.
KUDO. Well versed up in the matchup, does not get hit with the super situation, and puts himself on game point. Louis Man does have the rose, but again, maybe not so much about the character, but how he's fighting someone like KUDO. We'll see though. We're going back to the character select screen. So that's just to calm down, or if it is to pick the Rose, he's put time in that character. He defeated OG on with that character too as well, and it looked pretty good. In fact, it looked like a sizable secondary. But is it enough to take down KUDO? Is it enough to take down something like KUDO that's good with the pressure and the bust outs every so often?
It will be a Rose.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to play Rose as well. It's definitely very strong. Just a strong player in general. But yeah, I really liked KUDO's versus Dalsum game. I felt like he played that to a T. We'll see if he can do the same versus Rose. How did you keep that hair up there, man?
I'm not sure. For that many years, from Alpha all the way to 5.
You're like forming some wire in there and wrapping it around, maybe?
The hardest agrees.
Round 1.
It's Lard. Must be Lard.
I don't know. She's magic anyway, so why
It
not?
doesn't matter. That soul power in it. Crush off the heavy kick. KUDO loves that button. Especially if the projectile, he's looking for a crush. Put you in the corner, build that V-bar, and stop you from using the fireball to the back throw. This is looking real bad for Louis, man.
Again, going to be a grab or not for the kill. It actually blows up positioning for Rose, though, unfortunately for Louis, man, who needs a lot of work.
Zoning going. V-reversal. No satellites here. Airspace is clear. KUDO with the fireball, but no approach, though.
Oh, he knew exactly where to put it. And during the invul of the V-rep, she actually got out. KUDO match point.
Just needs one more match to do it. KUDO's been doing a fantastic job of denying the fireballs. Let's the heavy kick deal with that. And just when he's got the lead, how he just backs off a bit with it. Over to get the win. And that's just simplicity play right there. That's how you should be playing as Chun-Li players. It plays right through, using that projectile invul to get through the explosion. If that would have came through.
Okay, just in case. Gets the other soul satellite. Each time that's come up close. Okay, on block at least there's been V-reversal, not this time.
X-Legs finds the mark, gets the Oki. Reset Blue Man, still put up in the corner with the backdash.
Big cross-up, big chance now for KUDO. Again, grab or not, it is not. And he is gonna waltz his way through to the next round. Now, he has not yet made top 8. That was in top 16. He's now in top 12 as Louis Man has been eliminated. His reward for KUDO will be to play against another Dominican. He's got to get through Caba in order to qualify for top 8. That'll be later on.
Yes, it will. We gotta get through some ads real quick and give love to the sponsors above that have given you this fantastic CEO 20. And there you have it. Appreciate everybody that's given to the CEO 2022, all the sponsors and stuff like that. You know, obviously the staff, production been on point, the commentary, obviously. You got me and Ultra David on the mic eye. And, of course, the players coming out here, too.
Yeah, the players.
Always good to see people in person. And we're going to see this match in person right here. Mono, CEO champion, down in losers.
Yeah, he won it last time. Yeah, not just that, but in general, over the last several months, he's just had a great run. He got 3rd place at Combo Breaker, if you recall. He did well at Showdown. He's been all over the place. He told me after he won Combo Breaker, he was like, you know, I just hope people don't think that this is a fluke.
Right.
He was a little worried about that. I gotta say, I don't think anybody thinks that, especially even before those results, right? Him doing Frosties, he did very well as well.
Right.
Nobody thinks that about this guy. He is such a strong player. He's done so much work innovating on his character and sticking with his character, even when some people, Saint Cola, said that he switched. It was me. I was the one who said he should switch. But he's stuck with Fang, and I'm really happy that he did. Also, on the other side, I was very interested to watch this Gil here. We were watching him playing pools, and it was super sick. He had a lot of great control of his character. It's going to be Darigaz from Venezuela.
That's a sick thing. And it's sick also to see people stick with the character. I know a lot of people have dropped Gil. You know, they gave him a little bit of sauce, but it wasn't enough. Like, yo, waiter, can I get a little bit more? But Capcom did not do so. And neutral, not so good. His mix-up, still not so strong because of V-shift. There are some anti-V-shift stuff, but you're getting real committal with it. And if your win condition is pretty much 90% around V-Trigger. It's the best sort of character if your normals and things like that are not so good. And not having a lot of Oki to continue your pressure is not so good either. So if you're sticking with this character, you're definitely you're putting a ring on it. I'm curious to see if this does go in a bad way. If Mono does switch to Bison, he does have the Bison just in case. Sure. I haven't seen it in the pools at all. In fact, I thought he was like, bro, you do have that character, so he doesn't have that ace up his sleeve. Let's see if he needs it right now.
Cool to see Gil on V-Skill 1. We just tried the Meteor, but guess what? Mono knew. But yeah, I really like what they've done with Meteor this season. Made it so much more effective. It applies the status, right? Even on block, it takes up space. You can throw fireballs at the same time. Like, it just really opens up a lot of options.
Meteor. Mono trying to swing up the V-Skill and step underneath the fireball.
A matchup between the two characters who have status effects that they can put on you on block. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
In time to block? No.
Oh.
That's going to do that.
In this man's head like the back of his eyelids right now. Mono on point with the side switch situations and things like that. That's the problem with the V-Skill is fantastic to get that stain on him, but Mono denied that and applied it so much. We've also not seen like having the parry to deny some of the fireballs, but it's going with the aggression. Hold on now.
No parry to worry about here for Mono. He's just harassing. Other side, that is a tough one to block, man. Even if you know it's coming.
It was so late too. Fancy stars like Hollywood Boulevard.
Yo, he built Trigger in that combo because of where he put the V-Skill. That was too sick.
That's so wild. Put himself in the corner, but he is so confident in ways to get out. He's such a big escape artist. The jump in, that's the win. Calling out the zoning situation. Mono has made this look, every tool of the character look absolutely useless. But we haven't even seen the Trigger in full effect, but we saw the fire pillar come down to the ground, but Mono's ready with the jump in. Not only has he been ready for that activation of the fireball, I should say, but also normal fireballs from Gil's play. So, Darigaz maybe going back to character select screen, switch the V-Skill, maybe to have the parry at the ready to stop some of these approaches, some of these buttons, have some sort of defense, anything.
Yeah, the way that Mono was moving around, the Meteors didn't really get too much usage. No, it's going to be a total switch. It's over to Zeku, it turns out. Did I see V-Skill the second pop up there?
Allow me a moment to entertain you.
That's what we got.
V-Trigger 1 and V-Skill 2. The animals, the zoo.
Yeah.
Let them open.
He's going to unleash. He's going to try to anyway. One thing about the way that Mono plays Fang is that although you think of this character as having kind of a slow jump and it's hard for him to jump in, he's actually jumping all the time. And that happened in that last match as well. He moves forward so often with the character, not just with that, of course, but with Command Dash, that it is hard to find time against his Fang.
For the second to do the job, you have many ways to play. I think both forms do fantastic as a character, to be honest. Hold, if you have mastered, you can use the Kokus to stop a lot of the pressure. Get the hits to trade so you don't have the cloud on play. Pop in the corner, that's on the fears. Lazanto.
Yeah. Mono catching it right away. It's intended plus frames. Darigaz blows it up. Cool.
This has been a big problem. Here's the activation from Mono. Waking up with violence.
Oh, he can go to the other side, yes!
Projectile becomes real. That V-Skill becomes a real projectile. With the punish though.
About to
find a way to activate.
Yeah, now that is ready to go. If Darigaz can even find a chance, backs off to find the chance. And just like that, it's gone. However, he's got super. And he's going to bring it out. Man, I really felt like Mono controlled a lot of that round, and yet there's Darigaz on the strength of his fierce confirms and then finally finding the end of it.
That's the type of character that Zeku is that people don't really notice. He does a lot of damage. So he really only needs like a few interactions to seal the deal. And Darigaz willing to be mostly young to get this done. Like it's kind of wild to see because you usually see old. You usually see old, the Kokus and stuff like that, but he's making it work. How long? Anti-air. Medium kick.
All right.
That's a wild sweep from Mono. Not sure why he went for that option. The chase down the V-shift.
The little challenge comes. Young Zeku with his fast button in. Ah!
There's the air right there.
That's tricky.
Oh, you so nasty,
That's
Mono. You a menace. Make this man look like a grimace. Already anti with this character. Overhead.
Not quite enough. Hey!
Ooh.
Okay, game goes to Darigaz.
That was so risky. Could have hit the cloud. Would have died for the option. But still, willing to go up the slide as soon as he saw the sleeves come through. And is this the end of Mono's run? Try to Horizontal, yeah. A little on the slower side, so we'll try, if not lose.
Yes. Oh boy, that was very close. These fierce confirms directly into the shoulder have been cool. No DP to worry about. Here comes Mono. Jump strong whips. It's kind of funky. They both whip.
The R crowd. Oh, wow, right now, anti-air right there. Everyone going wild actually in the crowd.
Yeah. It's already gone. Roundhouse. He's gonna link it. Mono match point.
Did see some weird sweep stuff from Mono, and that had been a big neutral jump punish for Darigaz. So that off the table, a little more stable. Mono taking that to set point.
Did I confirm yet again? Darigaz trying to just walk forward. Oh, Mono finding these moments. Jumping in. He would love to maybe take some V-meter from Darigaz. Or just help. That's cool too. Mono's got corner. No.
The challenge on wake up. But Mono again, the escape artist. Houdini, you can't see me.
Yeah, here's the. Well, he wanted corner. Corner still. Darigaz. Oh no.
From the E1, he's got far at the bottom. Will he even be able to spin it? You can't save it for later. You can't save it outside loser side.
Oh!
There's a punish, Mono.
And he's got to worry about a huge range here with that sweep, which can go right into activation. Yeah, you see him blocking there just in case.
Oh, and the instant overhead, you're dead, Mono. Able to take it back. Staying out of the scramble situation. You see him touching his hair.
Yeah.
Sigh of relief.
Hey, shout out to Darigaz. I really like what we saw. This is a guy who has had some big results back in the NLBC days. Here, it does not quite work out as Mono gives thanks. So Mono, of course, won CEO last time, end of 2021. I talked about his results, but just to reiterate, since then, Frosty Fausting's 3rd place, Texas Showdown 5th place, Combo Breaker 3rd place. Pretty consistent stuff.
Pretty
so
consistent.
he's not in top 8 again quite yet. We still have some more work to do before that.
I will say that he did that work at CEO previously and at Frosty before Fong was buffed.
That's right.
Before the lights became deadly. Those have saved him in some matches I've watched, but W has been working with this character for a long time. He's, again, the full package of that character. He plays everything to a T. Defense, offense, tech, it's all there. If you want the full package of how to learn a character like that, you'll look at him. Yeah.
Okay, well, up next, we're going to have Caba coming back up. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong one. No, I think it is. It's going to be Caba versus KUDO, in fact. Coming up to play. So this should be to make top 8. Actually, yes, all those remaining matches will be to make top 8 because some stuff has happened off stream. Brian F has eliminated danslip.
Okay.
Brian F will play against Itachislegacy to make top 8. KUDO eliminated Louis Man. We saw that earlier. Hence, it's now going to be Caba versus KUDO. ChrisG eliminated Kami 2-0. And now it will be ChrisG versus Docta Afrikan to make top 8. As we just saw, Mono beat Darigaz, and now it will be SMUG versus Mono to make top 8. So those are our 4 remaining matches.
Wow. That is
all of them good.
Top level right there. Those could be top 8 matches.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Some of these have been top 8 matches.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, again, I think we're starting out with Itachislegacy. Actually, is where we're going. He's sat down. So Itachislegacy from the Dominican Republic, and Brian F from all over the place, but originally from Florida. Here in Florida. Of course, he has then since then traveled around to the upper Midwest, now down to Texas.
In a lot of places, Brian F., newly signed.
Yes, indeed.
Still rocking the Oro pick. He does bring up the ball rock when need be. We've seen him use that in the 5v5. We've seen him use that at Combo Breaker. Maybe not to the effect that he wanted, but it's mainly been the Oro from what I've seen throughout this bracket. And it's been some very weird and hairy situations that he's had to deal with that, you know, it just happens when you play a character like this. However, as someone who has to fight Oro, like when you fight Oro, you have to fight someone like Brian F. to understand that character. Understand why the spacing that is plus where it is, the setups, when to spin D-reversal V-bar, and when to have your own V-trigger to fight back, and to recognize that you will sometimes get hit for 70% of your life.
Yeah, of course we talk about V-trigger a lot when it comes to Oro, but I think what stands out to me more about his Oro and the couple of other Oros that really stand out is the rest of their game. They don't always just win when it's Tango time. There's also more strength in the character now. Not as much as other characters have, I think is fair to say, but more strength in the character now, and you can definitely see that. And he has matches where even outside of the V-trigger, I think he's got a lot to say.
Anti-airs are really good when they're on point with the mediums and things like that. He does have damage. And now that he's been able to pull people forward with the Tatsu, that helps out his strike throw game.
Yes.
So it makes it more consistent. His Aura's button's good. Maybe not as good as, Oro players might want.
Do you see what's on the screen? To make top 8 at CEO 2022, we have Blanca versus Oro.
If you would have told me this a couple years ago, I'd be like, first of all, they put Oro in Street Fighter 5.
Oro's that?
Second of all, they put Blanca in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
Because I barely ever see Blanca besides, people like Wolfgang and Nishikin over in Japan, but that's like
literally it.
A handful.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can think of a couple more, but yeah, almost. It's a very short list.
Itachislegacy. For the Blanca players out here. Brian F. for the dumpster.
Both of these characters that really require a lot of knowledge to play against them well. Once you do have that knowledge, you can really solve some of their stuff, but the question is whether that's there. I assume both of these guys are up on the level.
And that's where you're talking about the medium. Corner carry and damage.
This music's pretty sick, though.
Oh, yeah. The hell
Tried to charge up that fierce. Nope. Blanca was already in the sky. Too far.
Should have been blocking ball instead of electricity. Too far out for it.
Oh, empty jump. As we have V-trigger 1 as well, so he's maybe worried about getting through projectiles. We'll see.
Decent damage on him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they definitely improved it as well.
Careful, stuck in front of Brian's face like that. From the dash and command grab.
Yo! However, you have just given him the resources he was looking for. Oh, yeah.
The activation.
Oh!
Side switch situation. This is bad. Didn't get the full hit, though.
Dude, what a tech! And he put up the wall. Try command grab again! No!
Legacy trying to find ways to get in. The game's fireball stop that situation. The homing missile on the mark. Really might be hard to punish the block ball, even on EX.
Yeah, EX not gonna do. Command grab again. Wow. Rainbow roll, trying to make it all useful. Brian F has been shutting that stuff down.
The heavy kick first levels of V-skill built up. Now V-trigger unloaded. Side switch again. I think Brian F, you see the counter hit. Maybe trying a medium or do something.
Oh, wake up buttons from Brian. He takes his turn. He's got trigger on deck. Here it comes. Yes, he going for the same thing as last time. This time he does get the links. And he builds it all the way up. Game number 1 to Brian. Now, when Itachislegacy played Blanca earlier and he lost, he was out of there.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it's not for me.
Ibuki time.
Immediate switch with it.
We'll see. He's thinking about it.
Oro wins.
Wonder.
So Brian F's recent run, right? He got 5th at Texas Showdown. He got 9th at Combo Breaker. If he loses now, it's the same result, which is not what he wants. CPT NA Midwest was just not at all what he wanted. 17th, he did not make the broadcast, which is just the top 16.
Yep.
Of course, he was on the broadcast before that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, I mean, again, that was uncharacteristic, not what he wanted, and here he is 1 game away from making the top 8.
Almost there in that distance. Let's see if Itachislegacy with the switch to Ibuki with the confidence is enough to put Brian F off his game. I feel like that may be a more stable character than Blanca. I know Blanca players out there may disagree, but stability of having a real, like having a DP, having a 3-frame, having these better forward moving normals, and not having to rely upon, I don't want to say gimmicks, but real mix-ups, real insured mix-ups, maybe stronger. I mean, we've seen Itachislegacy going for the EX command grabs, stuff like that. We've seen a million Blanca players try to side switch with, you know, the cross-throughs and stuff like that with the hop. You see a lot of people stop that with just a jab if they are, you know, have been sitting in the lab and they understand how to fight the character. As you were pointing out before, if you know how to fight this character, all that trickery is off the table unless you can put the neutral play. So maybe the Ibuki is going to be more stable.
Yeah, I do think it's fair to say that she's more stable. I think it's fair to say she's stronger, but Itachislegacy is going to go over here. Brian F. looking for something. Okay, baits it out, but to no effect. Yeah. Man, tough character to get anti-aired on, you know? A lot of characters in this game are doing anti-airs for, you know, 100 damage or something. Not this guy.
No. Corner carry gets damage with it. Maybe the hardest to throw out fireballs. You're worried about the H-kunai or the fat jumping. B trigger. What's the mix? What's, you know, stays in front. High up to the where he's positioned at. But Brian up in the corner. Getting opened up.
Yeah, definitely looked a lot better.
Yeah.
You know, a lot better.
Your aerial approach actually is dangerous. Your neutral is actually a little more dangerous.
Boy, you are blowing up Mr. Blanca.
I am. I don't think he's that good. Sorry,
You know,
sorry, Wolfgang, up to hold that one.
It's all good, man. I had a conversation with Punk at Showdown, and he was like, I was like, hey, everybody seems good in this game. And he was like, yeah, that's true, except for Blanca. I'm serious. He really...
Also fireball, the B skill. I forgot that he changed the B skill. Maybe not willing to go for that B skill 1 or B skill 2 so far.
Oh, yo, exactly what he was looking for. However, as Brian F's character gets dunked, he gets more and more dangerous.
No answer, no EXCP.
He gives up on a bar? Oh, that was actually pretty sick. Super, he just built it.
You spend to win. You gotta stand again to stand. Dinky Dharma.
What a trade combo. That was actually anti-air trade, and he continued. That was too sick. Brian F has that match point.
The chef of the trash can. The back of a Venera. Brian F. Finding these routes, making it work. The defense still looks like it's kind of hard for this character. We don't see a lot of the anti-airs or the DPs at some of these ranges. Well, he'll just do that raw.
Knocking on the door a little bit. Kneeing on the door a little bit.
Can't see if anybody's home. Or medium kick again. At that range, too, where it's even on block. Hard to push or damn near plus.
Very unusual command dashes that we've seen out of Itachislegacy. Here comes Brian.
Second to the FR. For the EX kunai. Skill activation.
Okay, Brian F confident. You know, all he needs right now is his grab. 2 hits and 2 grabs before if all that white life comes back. So no need to rely on Trigger so far. He'll still probably build it if he starts getting dunked.
Yeah.
Maybe not anymore.
Someone say.
Oh yeah, no, he was though. If it comes to that.
The throw. Hold on now. Brian sees that one hit and that EXDP will definitely do it. He's been waiting to EXDP for the longest time. We've seen him get knocked down, put in the corner, a full bar at the bottom. Finally uses it at the end. Brian F moving on in the bracket. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hats off to Itachislegacy as well for that 9th place finish. A lot of great stuff that we saw out of him this weekend. But as you said, not going to continue that. We're going to continue with a few more matches. Again, we still have 3 remaining to see who makes it into the top 8. What do we got coming up next?
Thank you, God. I've been wanting international play for the longest. Caba versus KUDO. Thank you, God. I finally get to see some action, some from across the seas. KUDO has come to the U.S. just to play Street Fighter V. maybe some other stuff too. In my head canon, my man is out here just as a world warrior. Playing Street Fighter, we talked about that before. And then I was doing work out here to take people's Let's Play at Battle for the Boost. Shout out to Yawn. If you're watching that on Fridays or Thursdays, one of those days, get at Yawn for that one. But taking people's Let's Play at the online local at damn near every tournament with just one dream hack. Street Fighter 5 out there, defeating Docta Afrikan in the finals. So doing some work.
To make the top 8 between these two. So we know that for KUDO it's going to be Chun-Li. What do you think, G or Guile here from Caba?
I feel like it's gotta be Guile. I feel like there is a level of difficulty in this match that I was watching on FTC Translate about Daigo, dealing with the heavy kick, because that has been a big pain point. If you have a projectile, the heavy kick is a good pivot button. Crush counters and stuff like that, if you hit them with the fireball, you don't do that much damage. She hits you with a crush counter that's corner carry into V-bar built up, so it's a fantastic trade. And we see that used frequently a lot from a lot of Chun-Li players, especially KUDO. However, Daigo has found an answer, and it is crouch fear, I believe, that he uses. So if that comes into play, I think that will be the 3 layers up that he needs to stay in the game. Obviously, have to worry about the other points, but I also think that wild style is something that KUDO does not like to fight. We saw that with Hermes, right? The sweeps every so often. There was a reason, that was the same reason to deal with the heavy kick, to counteract that. He had a plan. I think that KUDO is not used to that sort of aggression.
We'll see how it plays out. 2 out of 3 to decide who's out of here and who makes top 8 tomorrow. Not just roundhouse, of course, for her, but fierce, down strong slide, take it on the boom. She definitely has a bunch of tools. She's got V-Skill 2 on deck.
Absolutely. Better button, too. Still even as much damage, maybe. Dash up throw, KUDO. How active Caba is, just in general. Feels like he's slowing down. KUDO has to play at that pace.
Yeah, this is really what Caba wants to be doing here. However, trigger's ready, super's ready as well. KUDO could kill soon. Now maybe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He's spinning the the bar. We spin the win out here. KUDO with the CA to seal it. Boom.
Yeah, until that point. Well, maybe for a while, maybe about half that round. I really like where Caba was taken up on screen. So that's something to think about. Big read by KUDO. Not so much effect.
Able to that full hit that V-Skill. Caba with the back throw. Another jump in. We're in the fireball situation. KUDO getting that Oki off the SBK.
Trying to build some space with the EX. Not for long. Caba remains stuck.
There's that crunch. That heavy kick. Big pain point. Back throw. Caba with the shimmy. The baby boomers.
Caba's got his own super. Could he kill? Could he loop this all the way? No, maybe not. Maybe not.
Caba V-Skill.
Will he try, in fact?
He's going for it.
Oh, a pixel! Oh,
it's an overhead!
Come on!
Caba.
What a solution.
With the guts to bet it on that, probably knowing that this may not kill, but I will be in that one touch. That's the spin though. No bar at the bottom for just yet. KUDO. Also with another full bar.
Yes, this time no boom. That was a situation that had come up before, and he threw boom before. KUDO jumped twice. Here comes Caba. Pressuring up close, making great reads on button timings. Again.
Right, the EX, get the knees. The throw though. Dragon Suplexo, the weight and the bait. It's a wrap. Caba, just like that, swinging it back. And a lot of this is that forward momentum. I feel like he was really stuck in one area, whipping like 7 or 8 buttons, and And KUDO just stood outside the distance and waited for him to kind of get tired and went in for the kill. The second and third rounds, he turned around the second round with the V-trigger and other situations too, as he can get some more damage. The third round, a lot of 4 movement buttons, 4 medium kicks, a lot of the fierce and things like that, and his own walking forward just allowed him to keep that pressure on, and KUDO not able to keep up.
Caba had waited so long until that boom. However, here's KUDO. Yeah, definitely giving a bunch of different boom timings here as Caba. Really mixing it up well.
I don't want to take things off the table too much.
A little earlier those 2 times. Now nothing, maybe hoping for jump, maybe seeing or expecting fiercer roundhouse.
KUDO playing for that heavy kick crush. Putting some buttons first with the light and the EX. Flash kick from Caba to get some distance with it. Got V-trigger.
Oh! KUDO. The grab will do it if he finds it now. Giving up on trigger here is Caba. Yes!
The fireball.
Yes, he gets to get out. No, he overextended, and KUDO battled with the light kick. He needs more.
Cool, getting a little respectful with that. I like that, waking up with the violence. But those change-ups in the boom time have been really difficult for KUDO to deal with. He's been landing on a lot of booms and maybe not as necessary.
Yeah, Caba now has pressure.
Heavy kick.
Okay,
Caba.
KUDO comes to play.
Definitely his time. Trigger, but the DX and the knees, if you please. Caba is about to move on as he is on set point. KUDO cannot get a handle on the style.
Yeah, right timing there. He's going to get fully into the corner because of that. However, because of counter hit, he wasn't able to get grabbed. Caba battles. Again, all these different boom timings. This one's red. KUDO has corner, knockdown, pressure.
We're bouncing back like that with the super. Seals it, and now KUDO's getting more active. It's been mostly heavy kick. He's setting up shop for that button. Fierce every so often, mediums and stuff like that, but it's been too predictable. Plus, alongside eating too many of the booms, like he's at a buffet, KUDO has switched it up by walking forward a lot more, being more aggressive in and of himself. And now it's up to Caba to maybe thought some of these fake throws and things like that. The old school, the ST. Bait KUDO's reactions.
Again with the proper timing on jump forward. That was how he ended up sealing the deal last round too. So great start from him.
Not a bad trade for KUDO. Still has him in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, that Fierce is their first jump, I think, from Caba. So finally, he just went to the air again. So maybe some differences here. Maybe trying to change a little bit of how he's playing. There is a super to contend with.
Could equalize a little bit. KUDO with the shift.
Oh, did he catch something?
No. What's the punish here from Caba? Fear. Is it with the flash kick?
Baby booms are gone. A little scrambly. KUDO at match point.
Caba struggling to get the comeback like that. KUDO with the lead feels real comfortable. And Caba, I feel like, trying to things that aren't working out. Jumping is not going to work out for someone like KUDO. He has proven, especially in the match that I've watched him, to anti-air effectively. Ground and game has to be on the lock.
Try for anti-air did Caba, but KUDO scooted in that dangling roundhouse.
The down kick. Yeah, we take back our turn. Yeah, take a throw. The V-trigger.
This is dangerous here. Next hit could kill. Oh. Caba's in the same situation though. He's got all these resources.
Careful what you whip, KUDO.
Both of these guys right now.
True, but there's the fierce, the fist, the face to put him in his place. KUDO taking it over Caba. Hailing all the way from Japan, traveling to take people's lunch money out here. And it's clear, this dude definitely gonna look at him cheering.
Yeah, shout out to KUDO. Absolutely right, yeah. It could have been, you were mentioning earlier how many Dominican players could have been in that winner's side top 8. It could have been 3.
Right, it could have been.
It's not. And as this goes on, there are fewer and fewer. None remaining, in fact. Itachislegacy and Caba both sent out of this thing before the top 8. For KUDO, I mean, in losing to Hermes, after that, his run, I think, has been pretty remarkable. So his first after pools was Team Chris, he got through. Then it was just a kid that he had to beat, then Justin Wong, then Louis Man, and then Caba. That is a tough road to take, and he made it all the way through.
Yes, but it's not over just yet. Tomorrow he'll be returning to the ring, or entering the ring, I should say. We'll see if he can make it to that top spot. But for now, we're still in top 16 losers.
Yeah.
Sending more people home. Docta Afrikan versus NYChrisG,
yeah,
who's entered a million games.
As he always does, and he's always a big threat. He was 1 game away from making top 8 KOF.
Yep.
9th there to Justin, who ends up making top 8 in that game. But yeah, I'm sure he's in a ton of other stuff as well. When it comes to Chris, like, I feel like I always end up seeing his name later. Like, in the moment, I can only watch so many games at once, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
And then I find out later, oh, Chris was top 8 in 5 things.
Like, you expect it almost. You know, with the level of competition, it's a little bit harder maybe than previous years. But he's still up there. He still gets those top 8 spots, man. And we're going to make another run to get it done. If we can. Similar situation, Docta Afrikan would love to get that top 8. Getting revenge for that. Places that he could have gotten better, he felt, at CEO previously last year. I think it could happen. It could happen. He's been looking really strong. The marquee match was, for him, Mono. Beating Mono. I think that really set the tone. Even though he's been sitting down the losers, that really showed me that he's still, even though you don't see him in bracket and stuff like that a lot, maybe if you don't travel as much, you see him in CCT, Midwest style, he's still in the background growing.
Here's Docta Afrikan's recent results. So he got, at Collisions 16, he got 3rd. DreamHack Dallas, he got 2nd place. Collisions 15, he got 2nd. Texas Showdown, he got 7th. And Full Bar Friday, he got 7th as well. That's right, the Full Bar Friday local, the toughest competition he's had in months. Based on those results. I'm just saying, based on those results.
Those are some tough cats up in that Texas Showdown. Full Bar definitely has people like Brian F and such. Shout out to them. Definitely check out that local if you are in the online community, if you're in that area.
Yeah, shout out to Hermeticus running that. That's pretty cool.
You did come here for that, didn't you?
I did recently. That was a lot of fun, yeah. So ChrisG, in terms of Street Fighter, it hasn't really been the results that I think we're accustomed to seeing from him. He got 33rd at Texas Showdown, and he got 33rd at Combo Breaker. So, of course, right now he's already far beyond that. Loser of this will get 9th place. And, of course, they're both trying to move on. It's Bison here for Docta Afrikan. We can count on that.
Wonder what ChrisG will play. Does have the Kira. Does have the Chun-Li. Got the Ibuki. Saw the Ibuki earlier in some of the matches. All those don't do too well against Bison, I'll be real. But it's going to be about comfortability. It looks like he's going to be Ibuki. Aerial approach. Did see that kind of work out against Docta Afrikan, as we saw with Shine. So we'll see how ChrisG puts something different with it, with a different flavor. Docta Afrikan, though, one of the best bites of the business. It's really weird to. It's odd because that doesn't come up in a lot of conversations. Like the best bites, you think of Hot Dog, and Problem X, and then maybe if you're familiar with Japanese players like Obi Heart and stuff like that, right? But not too many people put Docta Afrikan in that group. Maybe even people put Toy over there. But again, recent results have been really good for Docta Afrikan when he does enter. Maybe not every single time, but he's looking to land even further in the bracket. Get that top 8 spot. See him getting all hyped up. Bit FGC out here.
Chris getting hyped up as well, leaning in. And we're in. Confirmed, seeing how the dash as well as the Fierce connecting.
That's been a big part of his game plan. Is Fierce confirmed?
Sure.
So that he practiced that when he played on sets after being just a kid.
Okay. Docta Afrikan finding something. Chris already ready for trigger.
Big lead, doesn't have to oversend to get the win. Docta Afrikan knows that ChrisG is hungry for that activation.
Chris is always comfortable to let it chill out for a while. Something we've seen from him in many different games. Plenty of time on the clock. No need to rush.
Really isn't. You have the resources to make the comeback. Play your cards like EXDP for some distance. She has him in the corner.
The difference between playing so slowly and then EXDP is just so hard to block. Here comes Chris. Will he activate? No, not yet. Docta Afrikan will.
Off the medium. Down 4 Fierce. Finds a blast.
What now? Docta Afrikan just backs off, trying to cycle through.
Like that from ChrisG. Using the kunai to stop that approach.
That's not a regular projectile. Look at this time now. 16 on the clock, 15 on the clock. Docta Afrikan's got the life lead. Chris has a great way to steal a life lead at the very end, though, although he's starting to run out of time. He's got to make something happen now. Here we go. Even chip could be relevant here. Even chip.
No gaps like that. Wow, ChrisG, as you point out, is willing to wait, deliberate, just for those last bits of hits, just to make sure the timeout is in his favor.
He didn't even need the hits, right? It was literally chip.
Conservatory, I like that. I like that from ChrisG.
Just a very different take on Ibuki than most people.
Caught the crush, though. Docta Afrikan getting a little bit more aggressive. Would love to start the round maybe with a bigger lead and force ChrisG to come to him once again.
Again, Docta Afrikan with the life lead. Again, ChrisG, very similar situation. Patient. He feels he can whittle away. He did last time, why not again? Back strong just in case, but Docta Afrikan's way out of there.
Yeah, more than the EX kunai. The whistle to the bar. Lost. Okay, on scissor kick, but still, ChrisG eating a full life.
Uh-oh. Here comes Chris.
The jump back.
Yeah, very important stuff.
Of course, the activation from Docta Afrikan.
And giving nothing for Chris to blow through. Love that. Well, it's something you gotta worry about against the stock Ibuki. 20 on the clock. Chris is definitely running out of time now.
And we saw the burst of explosion right there of the EX moves. Docta Afrikan. Not again. Not like this. Not again. ChrisG.
8 on the clock. Can Chris even have time? I don't think he does anymore. Slide! Oh my god! Oh no, he had trigger. My bad. My bad. He still had the V-bar. He still had it.
Yeah, I think at that point it was over, but still, Docta Afrikan taking that back like that. I love that he's taking that strength that ChrisG has, putting it in his own pace, on his own book. So my whole flow, bar for bar.
Okay, the pressure worked out for a while, and now this is, I feel like, more than enough of a life lead for Chris. Like, he probably feels comfortable here. However, he's got to contend with the bomb. The bomb.
Lost frame. Air to air right there, the hell attack. Down on the ground you go.
The bomb.
The reversal, of course, you have to do it. Don't want to be put in that plus frame possibility situation.
Chris again. Away. Patient. Now with a big life lead. As opposed to the previous 2 rounds.
Still explode. It's like a horror film. Don't get too comfortable. Don't go in that closet. Don't go in that swamp.
Bison's got to do it. He's got to go to that swamp. He's got to run right into that garage with all the rusty tools in there. He would love to get some extra V-bar, but Chris holding on. Even all that white life.
Oh! The back throw. What great timing for that.
Oh, it's Chris now. Yes, that actually gave Docta Afrikan, though, the activation point. He's in.
Punish.
That's not going to work.
Yes. Desperation, I get it.
Ibuki wins.
Docta Afrikan.
What absolute grind of a game.
Oh my gosh.
Game number 1 only.
2 patient players with burst out moments every so often. I love to see it. It's never just a slow, like a steady slow grind. When we say a grind, we mean for the majority of the neutral, they're waiting and at certain ranges, waiting for moves to be whiff putters that never come, or waiting for them to jump that never comes. But there's moments where they just kind of use that EX bar, like, for example, Docta Afrikan with the EX bar, maybe using it for chip, or just even when he has the lead to keep that lead, to keep Chris off his toes.
I was going to wonder, and before I could put the mic back on, after taking a nice swing at some Red Bull,
Of course.
I did not yet have enough time to say, will he switch? And it is going to be Vega, a character that he's played a lot of as well, going back years. You know, if you're seeing that the opponent has this kind of distancy, patient style, and of course Ibuki was such great movement, great walk speed, obviously great air mobility. Bison has some tools to contend with that, certainly, but he does not himself have the fast walk speed.
Right.
Maybe the idea here is to counter Chris's kind of distancy Ibuki with a character who can walk in certainly on his own, who's got great jump speed as well, who with trigger 1 has the ability to stab in from the sky or from low or from range.
On the reverse, those anti-airs are going to be even harder. You get an air throw if you're really, committal with it, predictive. Crouch fierce, unclawed, sometimes works, but for a character that's going to be jumping in, this is indicating lips, smacking your chops, saying, oh, it's time to feast. But ground game, as you pointed out, might be fantastic. There's the anti-air with the medium claws. Not always effective, but works out right there.
Yeah. Tried roundhouse, you can see the startup of it, but nope.
Like a players that were crying.
What a range by Chris. You can see how much more easily Docta Afrikan can close this distance. And in fact, he himself is the one who can outrange also more easily, right? He can be away if that's what he chooses more easily as well.
That's true. Definitely looking for activation, but runs right into the crouch medium kick. In the corner you go. The challenge, though, using the light, gets a side switch, kiss from a rose.
Into nothing. Docta Afrikan doing a great job here. Again, we have a slow, patient round. He could move forward suddenly anytime. What if you just had like a half screen plus on block normal you could fling out there as he's doing?
Oh, this is definitely Docta Afrikan's speed right here. That lead that he has, even easier to keep. This is 2.0 for the walk speed. Being able to quickly move in and out of that space and that range. And the super, but
really?
What?
What happened?
There could have been a possibility of V reversal, but
yeah,
either because she wasn't aware, or maybe just there's an angle where that super just works. Either way, Docta Afrikan takes that round. That's wild, though. I'm surprised to see a V reversal.
There's some secret tech here. I gotta look into this later.
Yeah. I need to see that thing. Find out Vega players are actually broken.
Vega players do have cool tech, man. They've definitely been working on stuff. Underneath. Again, that's not something that Bison could have done.
That's true. That's kind of your anti-situation. Walk underneath. Or the jump back jab. The classic.
Tried to meet Ibuki in the sky. But look, Chris has been here before, down in life. Half of the round already gone by. This is his element, man.
Gotta walk it forward. I love this patient play for Docta Afrikan. And it's not a lot of buttons. It's only like medium punch, clawed, crouching medium punch, clawed. Every so often we see some EXU. Catch Chris gets frustrated, activation, side switches out of there.
Look at this. Docta Afrikan already on almost the complete opposite side. Hold on, Chris with the jump round as he starts the party. The claw's gone.
The backboard easy anti right there.
Still has to contend with a little bit of a mix-up. Okay, now 11 on the clock. Can he get there in time? He was too far for the link.
That's EX! My God! Wow. It works out. He plays so patient. These burst moments. And as you have pointed out, are more effective when your character can actually dash. And it's actually got a fast dash, fast walk speed, in front of your face like eating toothpaste. We're 1-1. 1-1.
Would Chris also make the switch? He talked about a couple of the other characters that he could have up his sleeve. Akira's there. Historically, Guile's there. I don't know if that's still something he's keeping up on, though. And probably not something he would pick into here.
I'll show you the epitome of
Chun-Li. Life right here.
It was cool to watch Akira in the last season because he was the only dude out there playing that other V trigger.
The other V.
The other V trigger.
The non-Daigo.
The non-Daigo.
The 1v1, no brother.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's better this season.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's why I brought it up. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they gave her a second V trigger. Well, he's really thinking of it. And could it be Guile, in fact?
I haven't seen the Guile in so many years.
Me neither. Searching for the solution. Whatever it is, he's gonna have to let it ride on this.
Yup, it's ride or die. Final game between the two. Tournament life.
Okay.
The Chun-Li.
So, after taking his time and turtling in the game, in the rounds, doing the same thing on the character select screen, he has ended up on Chun-Li.
Is it enough, though? Is it enough? Remember, Dr. Afrikan did play and lose to KUDO, so you know he has some tips about this matchup.
Okay.
ChrisG has to present something different with it. Whether it be, I don't know, just be more ignorant, maybe more jumps or something like that. I'm not sure. But whatever you have to do is going to have to be different than what Dr. Afrikan has encountered, because I'm sure that he had saw that match and labbed it and things like that after losing to KUDO.
Well, you know, the last time these two played, ChrisG and Dr. Afrikan, it was CEO 2021. And it was ChrisG who took it 2-1.
Ooh.
Could that happen again? That's what he's looking for. Dr. Afrikan wants the opposite.
Legs raw. Actually gets the hit. Afrikan put in the corner. Like he's had a bad Chun-Li. You saw him operate with that showdown with this character too as well. With Akira in the backpack.
Chris still ready. You know, it's not easy to be playing kind of a distancey, rangy, patient game and then still be ready for everything, but he is.
Especially since they nerfed the light kick anti-air. Not so easy together when you look at the back heavy kick.
Yeah, it's true.
Falls off.
He got the third stance going, but ChrisG finds it and he's got super and he's going to spin it, of course, and that's going to mean match point for Grilla NYChrisG.
Is history going to repeat itself? Or does Dr. Afrikan believe in an alternate universe?
round 2. Fight.
So unfortunate. I'm sure that Dr. Afrikan would have loved to pick Bison right now. Would have loved to have a character that can complete the fireball to the table, combat a character like Chun-Li. So bad.
Unfortunate for Dr. Afrikan, have to spend trigger on that. ChrisG just pummeling, moving forward, never giving up. Dr. Afrikan again with his back to the wall. All the way on the left, all the way on the right. He is stuck again.
Coast to coast. Might be giving up the ghost. ChrisG backing off a bit. Look at under the costume code. That's how you know he's super dangerous with it. It's going to drop a lot of damage.
Wow, Chris is going to make it happen. Again, 2-1, as in the last CEO. Unfortunately for Dr. Afrikan, again, not the results he wanted, but both of those were in the top 24. Of course, now in top 12. Chris makes top 8 in loser's side.
And oh man, ChrisG still got it with the Chun-Li, you see. Good stuff to him to move on the bracket. Top 8 on mana mini games and mini top 8s, if not medals. Looking forward to seeing him tomorrow, but we're gonna see one more match, and that is SMUG versus Mono, the reigning champ, trying to get another belt to fight Smuggles. More than just a content creator. It really is. He makes really good content. He makes really good content. Oh, I gotta say.
He does, that's true.
Yeah, it's really fantastic content. He's still a strong player and someone that has again, not had the best results when he's come through, but today he looks like a different Smug. Like, that's the Smug that you typically want to see. You know, like tournament Smug. Like there's like 2 Smugs. Like,
okay.
You know, I'm out here Smug and tournament Smug.
Tournament Smug.
How ready and prepared he is for all the people that he has played against. It reminds me of that tournament Smug, and you may be goofy outside the sticks, but outside, oh my God.
So Mono lost to Docta Afrikan back in pools. Remember, he's had to make his full run back since then. He beat Tyrant in the round after that. He beat Arlieth after that, then Bandits, Hermes Venatori, then Darigaz, as we saw just before. So that's his route to get here. Whereas for Smug, he could have just made top 8 winners outright. Of course, it was 2-1 that Mena beat him to send him down here. Before that, he had taken out Brian F as well. Little insight into their paths so far, and as far as their previous sets that they've played back in CEO 2021, the one that Mono won, you can guess which one of these 2 players won that thing. It was in fact Mono versus Smug, who took it 2 games to 0.
Well, history repeated itself, 2-0.
Look, man, you're right about Smug. I mean, he's historically, of course, had a bunch of top 8s and great results.
Of course.
Combo breaker, he got 257th. I don't know if that means he just like didn't go. Like, was he not there actually? Was that just the DQ? I don't know.
I actually don't remember.
But at Texas Showdown, he got 65th.
That I remember. So
Frosties, he got 7th, of course. So it's not all bad news for this guy.
Yeah.
In any case, whatever. You know, the history is relevant. It matters. It constrains you in some sense, but you still have agency, friends.
Right.
Not everything is about history, okay? You still can make decisions for yourself in the future and in the present. And right now, Smug is going to try to do that. Boxer's his choice. It will be Fang, of course. For Mono, again, winner will make top 8 losers.
Let's see what's going to happen. It's the last match. Determine who we have situated in them top spots. CEO 2022. Is this the end of Mono's run? Is Smug going to get it done?
Round 1.
I can't wait to see.
Fight.
Poison Cloud, round start with it. Yeah, falls to it. And Smug maybe not want to take too much of the Poison Cloud, but Mono's ready to prepare the sleeve.
Mono taking his turn pretty safely in some of these situations. Okay. Smug with the dash. Hold on, not a second one. Mono's there. The monkey tosses his opponent into the corner. He's going to set up. That's... Oh, you blocked him. Oh, my God.
It was so late, too, when he did it.
That was actually amazing defense. Speaking of D, Mono. Blocking that overhead. Looking good. Back to the range you would prefer here.
He He's out of there. Mono with a great defense. He already had a fantastic offense. SMUG has to really worry about how to deal with some of these poison clouds. Maybe EX upper might seal it, get some distance with it. You see the cloud go down, except using the armor. So much health, it may not matter.
Mono's anti-airs from this big range, he just had activation just in case there. His anti-airs from range have also put SMUG back into the V-skill. It's not like SMUG has evaded the V-skill, in fact, for jumping.
When we talk about like a masterful Fang player, it's Mono. He's using every tool the character at the highest level, gets the crush. In the corner where you don't want to be against this character. It's plus frame city. The damage adds up, racks up. Post stun fun, about to see it.
Looking for the setup here. Yeah. Okay, break. Hey, it's SMUG's turn. SMUG's in, gets the grab.
X, we're in. V-skill situation.
Oh, the crab's out of there, but not for long. SMUG's right back in.
Continue to jump back. Even though there's EX near the bottom of SMUG, we haven't seen any of the EX uppers. More that's just not a thing you can really do against this character. It's just blowing through the armor, or blowing through the poison cloud, I should say.
What a challenge immediately. Game 1 goes to Mono.
So confident in this match, the mix-ups and things like that. Even when you've been denied of the V-shift and the break, deny that sick mix, still with it, still keeps a lot of pressure. As you pointed out, like the fact that he puts you back in the poison cloud, it's always ticking away. It's almost like the seconds wind down. No matter what you do, your health will wind down too against Mono.
His offensive game is so strong. And at the same time, his defense, like as a player, is fantastic. And it's been that way regardless of character that he uses, but you know, you need to have that as Fong. You don't have a 3-framer. You barely got a 4-framer, friends.
Yeah. Decisions on when he uses the standing light punch, and that you get reward this season is the reason why he and this character have perfect palette. Obviously not the only reason why he's kept these high placements. And again, would love to get one more. He only needs one more game to do it. The tab, trying to do like that, but Mono's still blocking around start with it.
You know, he just finds all these moments to bring in something, even as long of a startup as Coward Crouch into kick. He's just so consistent at finding it. And at the same time, he's very knowledgeable and does a great job at bringing in actually faster buttons. But you don't make it easy. Here comes SMUG finding the overhead this time. Is coast to coast.
The brain's rattling.
Mono in big trouble.
He's out of there. Where?
What a chase by SMUG! That was beautiful. He's gonna get the stun and maybe the round. Yes.
Down.
What a chase by SMUG.
We haven't seen that before. We've seen a lot of jump backs from Mono. It's just kind of standing there unaware. This time, he used the rush punch position with the V trigger. Smart stuff, SMUG.
This character can't fly, to be fair, right?
Yeah,
he can be jumping back and fly nevertheless, so he feels safe jumping backwards a lot of the time, but not there. Here's SMUG, just as he did in the last round, already blowing it up, already the buzzsaw. Oh, wow, what a challenge point.
Leading. The side switch, heavy kick. Falls to the EX fireball.
Oh,
the
man.
throw.
Yo, back throw could have been stunned.
I think he struggled for an inch overhead there, but SMUG again aware and seals it right back from the brink. Slugging it out in these scramble situations are definitely in favor of Balrog. The damage differential in favor of the boxer. Man, that was quick too. That was actually quick right back from the...
You know, his normal throws actually do the same amount of stun.
Really?
I found out today.
Feels like it does a lot.
How about that?
For some reason.
Well, it is commonly the case that characters have different stun outputs and different throws, but for this dude, it's the same both times. Okay, couldn't have stunned, I suppose, but he's back to being in the corner already.
Final game between the two. Double other throws. Bang loves the number 2. So it makes sense. EX leaves.
Yes. Oh man, he is pestering. As great as SMUG's bullying was, as great as his offense was in that previous game, Mono's looked just as strong getting the match point.
Leaving no openings, none at all. Less the jump backs, and some of these fireballs as well. Using more than normal. EX leaves. Corner kick. Equal jump, but well timed by Mono to stay solid with it.
SMUG plus frame. And the carpet's already out, and it's back to the kind of setup moving forward. Oh, neutral jump. Oh no!
What she wanted. He's bleeding.
Oh yeah, he's in big trouble here. He's got super. He brings it out. Is it gonna be in time? It is. He's got the corner now.
Big reversal. Still can win. Good situation for Mono. The air right there. The jump back. That's what he wanted though. SMUG still swinging. Deleting. And that means we're at the final game, final round. SMUG. Mono. Is SMUG on tournament mode? Is Mono going to get back that second belt? Let's see.
Starting out decently from Mono. Too far to get anything else there after that mine connected. And SMUG jumps over, but again, it just has not worked out.
In that point, he built up so much debar from that situation.
Hey.
Double cross, counter pressing buttons. Cut that out.
Yo, what a catch! What a catch again, it's done! Is that gonna do it? SMUG takes it, sending Mono out of the tournament. It will not be 2 CEOs in a row for Mono. It will not be the run of top 8s that he has. Instead, for SMUG, it will be the big difference between 257th at Combo Breaker, 65th at Texas Showdown. This man is in top 8 at CEO 2022.
Throw those numbers out the window. You're only as good as your last placement. And right now, Smugglesworth, top 8 CEO in a stacked tournament. I do be stacked. We have the likes of Punk, iDom, all those situated in the winner's side, right? We also have...
Here's the top 8. Read it out, man.
Okay. Let me get back with it. Shine, MenaRD, that's the first match of tomorrow. Then you got iDom and Punk. Then loser side, ChrisG going up against, I think it was,
that will be SMUG.
Actually, SMUG.
We just saw that one, yep.
ChrisG versus SMUG. Then right after that, the last match, loser side, Brian F versus KUDO. Yo, y'all getting some premium action at CEO 2022. But we're not through. We're done with Street Fighter 5 for tonight. But later on, actually, in a few, we're actually going to have the 5v5 King of Fighters. Looks like it's going to be a live exhibition. Mexico versus Brazil. So keep it locked and loaded. But
I'm very excited for that. Hold on, buddy. I just wanted to say.
Hold on.
I'm very excited for that. I'm going to stick around. Mexico in the KOF top 8. Guess what? The winner's side? All of them, Mexico.
Really?
Yes, that's not actually a big surprise, but yes. And Brazil, a bunch of them came out. Obviously, there's enough for a 5v5. Only one of them made top 8.
Ooh.
And so it's going to be a tough one for them. I am very interested, though. I'm not going to have a rooting interest here, you know. We'll see. I just want to see some great matches, and I'm sure that I'll see that. So if you stick around, make sure that you see that as well if you're interested in King of Fighters, or even not. It's a fun game. Please check it out. Thanks a lot for commentating, buddy. As always, it was a blast, but that will be it for Street Fighter and for St. Cola and for me. Stick around for KOF.
Peace.